What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Michael, Oregon Sweetleaf Revival. How are you guys doing today? Of course, we have Ganja got us as well, right here.
Hi, everybody. How do you make that bigger, though?
I'm not sure. Let's figure it out.
There we go.
We're back, I think.
We are.
This is a test
Right.
of the National Stoners Broadcasting Network.
Oh, that's sorry.
Once again, non-technical geeks.
Yep.
Geeks we are not.
I have an idea. Turn it off.
Stoners we are.
There we go.
There we go. I love it. It's all fucking greeny and shit.
I know. It's like old school.
It's like really super old school, man.
Yeah, like
Yeah. I dig
boy
it.
looks so much younger.
Mm-hmm. It certainly highlights our features, though, doesn't it?
Yes, look at that. I have lots of freckles.
Absolutely. So how are you guys out there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Tonight we're going to be doing a little bit of some dabbing, and we're just going to be sitting back and talking about victory. Oh, yeah. The magical fluid called water, right there. And we're just going to kick back and just kind of throw the wind with you guys and gals out there. This is our second episode of the Druid Smoke Show, and I think today we're going to be highlighting on some of the current issues that are going on in
It will get better though.
in our world. Yes, and like Ganja Goddess said, Ganja Goddess, you want to go ahead and tell them?
Oh, we're gonna get a new camera, so the videos will get better.
They will get better, you know, and as we progress, what we want to do is we want to be able to just kind of throw some of our ideas and thoughts around in regards to what's going on in our current events. I know you guys have probably been hearing stuff like, about how we've got another legal state, and Texas is thinking about it. I guess it was, which Carolina was it? Still haven't figured out which Carolina it was, man. I don't know if it's north or south that got their crap straight or not.
Let me look. I will look. See, I have this trusty little device right here.
Right.
And I can look it up because I am curious too.
I am really curious. I'm not sure if it's North or South Carolina. Could have been one of those guys. I do know one of those states came out straight out legal.
I'm going to look.
We got 24 states with New York coming in to scene because New York came in too. So we're good with that. We got New York. Yay, New York.
Yay.
I'm pretty surprised you guys over there in New York got that stuff straightened out, man. I mean, considering you guys are the the central hub of the East Coast, pretty much. That is where the stock market is at, right? Where all those greedy bastards sit up there and play with other people's money. Isn't that where those dudes hang around?
Yeah, and you have to ask right now, and I can't think. Times Square.
No, it's somewhere else, man. I think Wall Street actually got their own fucking street, even. I mean, come on. When those bastards got that kind of money, man, they sure like that fiat system, don't they? All that fucking currency with no gold backing it.
Okay, the pending states, pending legislation. Wait. What year was this?
Yeah.
As of June 27, 2014, the pending legislation or ballot measure to become medical marijuana states are Florida, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania.
Right on. Right on.
Yes.
And Texas, we actually got word from a Texas citizen that they're thinking it's going to happen down there real soon too. And
well, a citizen that works for the courthouse, Austin, Texas. I just called at random.
So there's a lot of good things on the horizon, and as things keep moving forward, we're going to continue to teach independence, to each and every individual that wants to learn how. And our whole goal and focus has always been to free this plant entirely. I mean, it should be no different than a tomato plant or a potato plant or a rose or a daffodil or a lilac. It should be no different than that. And people should look at it that way, because technically it is a flowering plant.
It is.
Beautiful flowering plant. Flowers look different. I don't know if anybody's had a chance to sit down and just look at all the different species of flowering plants on the planet. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling at best. There's a plant for everything in this world, man, and I think that as we progress and as we move forward with this, more and more people are going to get away from the sideshow scene and are going to go back to their gardens, because this popularity thing's going to burn out, man. Do we have tobacco parties? Are there fucking huge, giant Philip Morris parties happening right now in America, where you got 90 million 20-something kids out in the streets dabbing tobacco oils and stuff and sharing all the wonderful benefits of tobacco products? I mean, yeah, we've got that with alcohol, but with alcohol comes the poison and the toxic issues behind it.
Dangerous.
It's not only dangerous; it's fatal. Alcohol has proven fatal. You're gonna die.
Eventually.
Yeah, I mean,
your liver's gonna pop.
Alcoholism is a horrible, horrible thing. My great-grandfather, Baton Death March survivor, came home and couldn't sleep. I mean, I don't know how any guy could sleep after the Baton Death March, but my grandfather, he couldn't sleep or anything, and my mom took him down to the VA and tried to get him some treatment, and of course the VA at the time, I guess, pretty much told my grandfather that go get a stiff drink and it'll help you sleep at night. And of course my grandfather, before the war, World War II, was a teetotaler. He didn't drink at all. He was quite the opposite. And when the Japanese, of course, decided to keep prisoners for the first time in 2,000 years, they weren't very good prison keepers. And so my grandfather came home from the war, from Hong Kong, very sick and very disturbed.
Probably not just physically sick, but mentally sick too.
Yeah, my grandfather was probably,
PTSD, probably.
I can only imagine. I don't, my little brain couldn't even comprehend what those guys went through over there in the Baton, okay? My grandfather wasn't even in the service. He was a Morrison Knudsen worker who just needed the money. He was working for a company, a big, huge engineering firm out of Boise, Idaho, by the name of Morrison Knudsen, and was building dams and reservoirs and shit back in the old days. And right pre-war, they contracted Morrison Knudsen to go over to the South Pacific and help the Navy, because at the time the Navy didn't have a CB corps of people to help them, so they hired privately. And of course my grandfather was one of those contractors that ended up going over to Wake Island, and then when Pearl Harbor got hit, he of course ended up getting captured by the Japanese, and then the Japanese subjected my grandfather and many other men and women to some pretty hardcore things.
Do you know what I just noticed? I'm sorry to interrupt you, because that's very important what you're saying. I accidentally put the dope show instead of smoke show.
The Druid dope show.
Oops.
Yeah, that's all right. It's the dope show today, man, because, you know, we don't, like I said, this isn't really about one specific thing or another specific thing. It's just about us talking about what we feel or what's going on. Maybe somebody else will, you know, decide to step in on this, but at this point, it is what it is. I'm going to, yeah, there we go.
Oh, is that?
I'm going to go ahead and I'll just go ahead and open up
the chat. Our chat. That's awesome.
Open up our chat for the first time ever, and if somebody wants to step up on this thing and say something to me, that's cool. If they want to say something to you, that's cool. We can figure that out. Yeah, anyways, so Granddaddy came home. They said, go get a drink, man, and you'll get some sleep. And, of course, my grandfather took that doctor's advice and went to a fucking place and got him some booze and drank himself to death. And it's a pretty tragic thing, man. So I don't, you know, I think everything in its moderation is respected, you know, and it's good. But when it comes to alcohol, so much bullshit and so much fucking hype has been placed around it that it's so insulated that I don't know that anything is just going to fucking penetrate it. The same thing goes with what I heard today on the news, okay? And, you know, like I said, the Druid Dope Show or the Druid Smoke Show, whatever you want to call it.
Show. Excuse me, I didn't.
That's
fine.
My
big finger's typing.
The Druid Smoke Show is not about fucking these fat-ass politicians. I don't want to give them the fucking light of day on this show. And to tell you the truth, this is about those guys and gals and people who've been convicted and put away in jails and prisons and had their whole fucking lives destroyed because they love this plant. And the sad thing about it is our world is full of idiots that think that, you know, they've never fucking had anything to do with this plant before, you know, when it was really heavily prohibitionist, you know, and shit was really fucking bad and everybody was down on their fucking luck on shit. You know, cops were fucking taking people to prison for fucking pot seeds and shit, you know, back when in the day, you know, and even to now, even today to some degree, I guess, but when I was a kid growing up in the 70s and the 80s, you know, I saw some fucking horrid shit happen over this plant. And so, you know, I kind of agree with Jack Hare when it goes to, you know, nobody's ever fucking died from smoking a bowl of weed, you know, except for those that have been shot by the fucking cops, you know, and had their doors kicking in and had their children taken from them because of, you know, wanting to grow a fucking plant that's no worse than a fucking tomato plant. And so, yeah, man, you know, I mean, today I think we're kind of making it some advancements and letting the world know what the hell's going on, and hell, the fucking world pretty much already knows now. I mean, all the hip-hoppers and crap, you know, they're finally going to come out. That's cool. I think that's all right, you know, but it should be more than that, and I think that a lot of people are forgetting. You know, we need to have memorials resurrected, and during these events, we need to fucking have moments of silence for those that are incarcerated, you know, when we go to events. In fact, at this 7 to 10 event I'm going to, when I, you know, I've been asked to speak, I personally, you know, the first thing I'm going to have to ask everybody is, you guys, you know, I'd like a minute of silence for all of those that are convicted or in prison, had their lives destroyed because of ignorance. And, you know, this is 2014, and I think that we should be a little bit past that, but yet we're still acting like a bunch of fucking animals about it. And so, as we progress, you know, more and more people are going to be enlightened, and they're going to be wanting to tune in to their own personal avenue to one, growing and cultivating the cannabis plant, two, learning its uses, so many people are going to be merging into this as the stereotype begins to melt away, you know. But it's those folks that have their hand on this plant that need to get their butts out there and say, hey, look, man, you know, you got to stop that ignorance, man. People around you talking crap about it or wanting to get involved in, you know, being an ignorant fool about talking about, you know, how they've always been told this is a bad thing. And, you know, it's time for everybody to just take a look at the facts, man. Okay? Alcohol and tobacco kill people every fucking day. Okay? And yet nobody gives a flying fuck about those folks. You know, it's a sad and unfortunate event because they've had over 70 some years to sharpen the commercial razor of what they're selling. And, you know, culture in our society is just a ridiculous, you know, like McKenna says, like Terrence McKenna says, you know, he says it very simply put, man, you know, the ideal that there is this culture is merely a separatist view from the human race. Mm-hmm. And so what they do is they design this in this commercialism that they call capitalism, I guess. You know, its primary driver. But I can see that emerging into the cannabis field. And, you know, I'm seeing big money get into this. And I'm seeing big money that had nothing to do with cannabis during its prohibition. I've seen big money get into cannabis. I mean, $1 million type rackets where people are getting into this that they've never done this in their lives. And not one of them has even fucking stood up and shown an ounce of gratefulness for people like Jack Hare, for, you know, Captain, you know, Eddie Lepp, you know, you guys, I mean, you guys are forgetting, you know, Ed Rosenthal. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are fucking the reason we're here today, and the reason High Time has even a fucking magazine. You know, when I was a kid, I remember like in the, you know, we didn't have High Time until like later in the later 80s, you know, and I remember, you know, we come from the Cheech and Chong generation, you know, and then moved into this 80s funk shit. And I remember how popular High Times became because, you know, it was a taboo. It was like a fucking porn mag. You know, people would go buy a High Times and sit there and fucking drool in their state, where if you got caught with a pot seed, you'd go to fucking jail, you know. And, you know, I'm glad High Times was there at the time, because what it did is it opened the minds to people so that they could understand some of the current education. And that's one of the things I always appreciated about High Times. But here's the thing, man. As Prohibition is starting to end, I don't see the gratefulness of what they're talking, man, because what I see is, you know, if you got to have so much fucking money to put into this, never mind the fact that, you know, your shit's the best or whatever the case may be, but, you know, there's got to be some kind of gratitude given back to these people. You know what I'm saying? Back to Jack Hare, back to Eddie Lepp, back to Ed Rosenthal, back to Captain Jack, back to all these people. You know, Larry Rathbun, Stormy Ray, all these folks that you know, that are actually, you know, trying their hardest to get back into it, you know. And so as we progress, one of the things that we want to try to do is open the minds of those that are uneducated, and hopefully we can set them free with the advice that we give them, and try to see them through their transformations. And that's one of the things that we get so much reward out of in what we're doing, you know, is that, you know, we can sit down with somebody that has no clue what you're doing, are deathly afraid of what's happening, because they come from a generation of people who were persecuted and prosecuted. They had the fear struck in them to pull out of the scene, you know what I'm saying? And so I think one of the concepts behind it is that we're able to move forward with this compassion that other people out there need. And you know what, man? It's only a matter of time before this shininess of this fucking penny is going to wear off. You know what I'm saying? And just like anything else, and people are going to go back to their garden. And that's what we want to see happen is a relationship with that, the relationship with the plant, and what's going to happen as more and more new growers come into the scene. Because as prohibition ends, we're going to see new and greater things come out of people's gardens. And you know, there are just a handful of folks that I know of that's their passion, that's their love, that's what drives them, that's what makes them happen, you know, makes them want to do what they're doing. And it's through giving those things to them. You know, when you first encounter that first person that's really unaware of what's going on, and you sit down and you say, here's a seed, let's pop this, let's see what we get, you know. And like that little kid with that little pixie cup and some grass pushing out of the top of it, like so, you know, it's the same thing, man. You know, it's that magic that transfers. And so, yeah, man, it's going to be a good scene. It's going to be a good scene all the way around. But we can't lose our grip either. You know, people that are involved in genetics and growing, like myself, man, we got to be careful. You know, I've been thinking hardcore about this ever since I heard about Monsanto wanting to get involved in, you know, yeah.
So I saw that Monsanto and River Rock Dispensary in Colorado are going hand in hand, but Token did a video about it, but I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't think it's true. I think it's propaganda.
I think there might be some propaganda between River Rock up there in Colorado and
somebody that's disgruntled, probably.
Somebody's not happy with Colorado's River Rock.
Yeah.
I think River Rock's cool people, man, and I think that if Token Daly's doing the thing, man, Paul, you know, if you're out there doing that thing, I like the stuff that I'm seeing on your channel, man. And yeah, you know.
Casey's watching us right now.
Yeah. Hi, Casey.
Hey, Casey.
If that's not Casey, that's Sean. Hi, Sean.
It's Casey. I was just talking to her.
Oh. Our love to you guys. We miss you.
We were busy all week. Sorry about,
you know. Just got back into town, and I've been making a show every day, so this is the Druid Smoke Show.
I accidentally typed the Dope Show.
Ganja Goddess actually got the Druid Dope Show today.
It's alright. It's about the dope anyway, too. They want to call it dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's cannabis. Cannabis is a good name for it, I feel.
But I really think that as more and more patient growers and people that are growing and getting involved in the grow field out there, they're gonna be given no choice. They're gonna either go one way or they're gonna go the other way. Just like big tobacco, just like big alcohol, you know. And I don't want it to go that fucking way. I don't want it to go to the fucking Liquor Control Commission, man. I don't think it needs a fucking commission.
Just legalize
Just let the shit go. And let fucking people, you know, let people do what they're going to do with it. I mean, does a fucking tomato plant need a commission? Does it need an advisory panel or the tomato advisory panel? I can see how that'll go. But, you know, you got to get a grip on that whole thing, man. If you're a fucking grower, don't plan on fucking being any kind of successful recreational user in any fucking state. You go to Colorado, it's 8 grams a day for recreation. So you go to Colorado, you're going to get that 8 gram a day deal, man, and fucking, you know.
Grow yourself.
Yeah, dude, that's going to be fucky. You know, I wouldn't want to do that. You know.
Everybody needs to learn to grow for themselves.
I mean, I understand the candy store theory. You know, I've got my own personal candy story out there, folks, ladies and gentlemen, you know, and, you know, I'll go to the candy store once in a while. I mean, I got friends that put out some pretty fucking decent candy. So, you know, I mean, that's the way it is. But all the time, you know, or, you know, just because you're afraid to grow, or you know, worried about, you know, whether or not you're going to be able to just sit in front of a plant, or, oh, you're worried that somebody's going to discover it, or whatever the fuck it, man. Let that shit all hang down, man. This is 2014. The feds are stepping the fuck back. These dudes they already know it's a waste of fucking time. We got 24 states in the union.
To sit back
and it's going to be a fucking landslide, man. If we get Texas on the show, man, if we get Texas on the board, that'll be 25, cool, man. However, I think Oregon is going to be it.
We have 22 or 23 states already that has medical marijuana legalized for that.
Yeah.
And there's 3 more on the board, or on the docket to, you know, to be voted in. There's 3 more states.
Wow. So it's all good, man. We got some good shit happening. You know, we got that 7 to 10 event coming up. I'm gonna fucking have a table out there. You know, we've been talking with the people that are putting it on. The Salem cannabis industry, I think that's what it's called. I know there's quite a few people sponsoring it. I know one of the main sponsors for that event is Oregon Chronic Solutions. There's other people, too, with them in conjunction. So kudos to all of those folks out there. And you know, it's a good thing, man. You know, when even those folks that have put all their hard-earned money into these dispensaries can, you know, muster up enough to fucking help sponsor an event like this, man. It says a lot about these places.
I think that they are actually part of the group that put the event together.
Yeah, well, it's all this Salem cannabis industry thing. Mm-hmm. Something I'm not part of, but you know, the thing is yeah, I guess, I don't know. I guess it's just for dispensary owners or something. I'm not really sure.
I don't know.
That's why I'm going. I'm going to find out what it's about. I don't really want anybody else to tell me about it. We'll just figure it out.
We're going to need a table there, though.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. We're going to have a fucking blast. And I'm hoping to have Larry Rathbun come out. That'd be a special event, ladies and gentlemen out there. You're going to that 710 event in Turner, Oregon. Just remember that, you know, there's going to be some pretty nice people out there that you're going to want to meet.
I tried to
get involved with, and you know, we're trying to get other people, but if we can get old Larry Rathbun out there for a minute or two, man, that would be nice. He could shake some hands and get a chance for other people to meet Larry and what Larry's about.
He's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, we love our Larry Rathbun.
He's like a father.
He's like a daddy to me, man. I call Larry Dad. You know, he's always been just fucking phenomenal to me. He's always been full of advice. And he's a great friend too. Yeah, he's a great friend of mine. There's nothing. Too. I mean, if Larry says, "Man, I need something," I'm gonna be there on the first thing, jumping to help him. You know, Vietnam vet, honored Vietnam vet, come home honorably. Didn't get treated honorably by the folks that were waiting for him coming home, but fucking, you know, he was a good, honorable vet, and so I have respect for Larry. Deep, immense love and respect. So, yeah, hopefully we could get him to come out. That would be sweet. Some of these young fucking kids could have a chance to meet him, because that's what I have a feeling this is going to turn into.
Well, you meet Larry Rathbun once and you never forget him.
Absolutely not. No, you don't forget Larry, man. Not at all. But what I'm looking forward to is meeting PTSD survivors out there, those folks that are out there surviving with PTSD. And I'm looking forward to being able to network with a lot of people. I'm hoping maybe that there'll be, you know, it's patients only type of thing, I guess. So I'm looking forward to meeting with some of my friend patients, people that I've known over the years. I know that there'll probably be a lot of familiar faces. I'm looking forward to seeing those guys. Maybe there's some people I'm probably not going to look forward to seeing, but, you know, those are the motherfuckers that know I don't like them. So.
Oh, well. We're not there for them anyway.
No.
We're there for the patient. Right?
I don't dig this fucking commercialization shit, man. I don't agree with it. And I don't know that I'll ever will. I guess the reason I never will is because capitalism has never done anything for us in our country. Never one fucking time has it ever done anything for us. Look at where we're at fucking today, 2014, and fucking bastards are still fucking counting their change, you know. And I just, whenever you attach commercialism, you end up with capitalism and the drive behind those two things. And I think that it's kind of a fucked up system. So I don't subscribe to it. And I think that if we can try to lower the cost and make it as minimal as possible and still be able to be productive, and everybody get their share of the pie, man, everybody get their piece of it, and everybody gets an equal portion, anybody that has their hand on it, then I think that it should be that way. I think it should be a fair-driven system. But when you got fucking Microsoft putting a patent on a fucking strain, you got fucking, man, you got some weird shit going on with that. And I'm just, it's got to stop, man. There's fucking rumors with Monsanto fucking wanting to come dick around with this fucking plant. Don't fucking come near my garden, Monsanto. Don't do it, man. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. Don't come near my fucking garden with your filth. And any motherfucker out there that's growing cannabis and lets one of Monsanto's fucking goons come and shake their hand, there's no amount of fucking money in the world worth giving up this plant. So anybody that's thinking about it, man, just step the fuck away from the whole idea, because that's a fucking ridiculous one, man. We're the only country in the world right now that eats GMOs, pretty much. That's right. You're fucking poisoning the fuck out of yourselves out there, man, and you don't even know it, man. It's still money. That's what I ate when I was a kid.
It's like, hey, look, let's get some tuna for lunch.
Yeah, you don't even know what you're getting into there, man. With the way GMOs are these days, man, chem fucking trails and cesium and
in your seafood.
Starfishes fucking melting off the fucking Puget Sound. That's right, starfish melting on the Puget Sound. Scientists they still can't fucking figure it out. They're standing over there on the fucking bay right now in Puget Sound, Washington, fucking looking at fucking melting aquatic life that's been there for millions of years.
No, wait, Fukushima.
Well, no, they can't.
Name of that plant?
Yeah, Fukushima. Fukushima, Japan. You know what's really bizarre about Fukushima, man, now that we mention it, is that my grandfather was in a prison camp in Fukushima, Japan. There's actually a roster with my grandfather's name on it when he was in a prison there in Fukushima, Japan. For a minute. He was only there for a minute because they brought him there and then they had to fucking run away because we had just fucking dropped a bomb on Hiroshima. So, and Nagasaki, and then fucking, you know.
They wanted to start that one.
So anyways, yeah, man, anybody that's got any idea of wanting to shake hands with some fucking bigwig scientist from Monsanto in regards to cannabis, give up that idea right the fuck now. Turn the fuck away and go somewhere else, man. Go get yourself a fucking heroin addiction or some shit. Nobody fucking needs you in our garden, you know. That very idea just bugs me. Okay, and anybody that's out there talking shit about River Rock in Colorado, those folks at River Rock, you know, they put out some phenomenal gardens and they do very good at it. Okay, these folks at River Rock are at a scientific cutting edge, and they are not trying to over-commercialize themselves. Okay? They're just out there trying to fill the order. Okay? When somebody has a need, they try to fill that need. Okay? And when somebody starts throwing out some bullshit about how, oh, that place is gonna, River Rock Dispensary is gonna start holding hands with, you know, Monsanto. Yeah. I think you need to think twice about that, because I think River Rock is a great dispensary. And when I go to Colorado, that's where I'm going, is River Rock.
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay, that's the only place I'm going to be going. Oh, and the Cherry Cricket. But, you know, I'm not going to be, you know, closed-minded, but in the same sense, I'm going to get the best, at the best rate. And I'm not going to be trying to screw around with some bullshit rumors, you know. But there is that warning out there. Don't fuck around with Monsanto's in this plant. Because I'll probably have to say this: most of the smart growers that have been growing this plant for as long as me, and if not longer than me, already know that you guys aren't going to get all the goodies.
I have some news. The first place award at the Cannabis Cup was an indica Kim Scout.
Kim Scout.
First place.
Good job, Kim Scout.
From IC Collective.
From IC Collective.
Congratulations.
Good jobs, IC Collective, man. You guys, props to you guys down there.
Yeah.
I know you guys are all down in San Francisco partying hard, man. And, you know, Madeline, I know you're down there.
Hi, Madeline.
You know, lucky dog you. I've got to sit in my garden, and you're down in San Francisco hobnobbing.
I'd rather be in my garden, though, I think.
I don't know, man. I think in San Francisco, I'd rather be in my garden, too.
Yeah.
But, anyways.
There's a lot of people there.
Yeah, man. Congratulations, IC Collective, you guys. That shit sounds good. I'm gonna have to check out the video on that and see how it looks.
It's called Kim Scout.
Kim Scout.
First place, is it?
Kim Scout. An indica. Ooh, yeah. I love my indicas.
Yeah.
Speaking of indicas, let's have some indica.
There you go.
How's that sound? Yeah. Yeah. Some indica. You know, I was checking out something, man. I'm going to give a props out to Remo up there in Canada. If anybody is out there that hasn't had a chance to check out Remo, the urban grower, this dude is totally one hell of a guy, man. And I really think that folks out there, if you don't know who he is, go Google him. Go, you know, he's on Google. He's everywhere now. So you guys should check that out.
He rolls some amazing looking joints.
Oh, fuck, man. Not as good as I, but, you know, I'm sorry. I hate to brag. I got 22 years of prison experience. I've been rolling joints. Yeah. For a long time, but he's got a kick-ass joint. I mean, I saw a joint. He put out a joint. I think it was like 3.5 grams, and it was like oil and butter and all this crap, man. It was just fucking phenomenal joint, man.
You want to know the second place winner for their Paris OG?
For Paris OG
was California Naturals.
California Naturals. Yep. Big name down there in Cali, man. California Naturals. Well, looks like it's all these independent strains that are coming up. Yay for independent strains. I don't hear any other shit other than just some good independent winners, and that's what we like to see, is that mix it up and give out some independent winners, you know. I get tired of seeing the same strains year after year winning the cup, man, you know, and I can't wait to get Petrichor down there. It's my goal to have Petrichor in the extraction competition, both the soluble and the non-soluble. It's my hopes to have her in on the flower and also to have her in my salve. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
And the third place winner is, I believe it's pronounced XXX OG Kush.
XXX OG Kush. And who was that from?
Life is Good Healing.
Life is Good Healing. Fucking A's. Props to you guys.
I hope that's the complete name,
you know,
of their name, because, you know, it's on the Twitter.
It's hard work, man, to get that cup, you know, that elusive cup. You know, only blessed people get that, man, you know, and I'm looking forward to being one of those folks later on in my life before I'm dead, to see that happen. It's kind of like the Indy 500 of cannabis growers, and so it's going to be good things. I've got a really good friend, James, if you're listening or if you're not out there somewhere, a buddy of mine who makes some phenomenal fucking extracts, man. And not only does he make phenomenal extracts, he's got quite a lot of knowledge behind it. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do in collaboration with James. I'm looking forward to that, you know. This shit's phenomenal out here in my garden today, and I know I need to do an update. I need to do a garden update probably tomorrow. It's going to be a nice day. We'll do one tomorrow.
Or when we're done here, you know.
We can do one even tomorrow. Well, it might be a
dark.
little lighter.
The sun's starting to go
So
down.
anyways, yeah, with our garden update, man, it's going to be phenomenal. Fucking petrichor is just kicking ass. I mean, even my babies stink really pretty. I mean, they smell really pretty. And they have no to scale on them at all. You know, no pistol at all on them yet. So.
They're trying to put Washington, D.C. on the ballot for medical marijuana next.
Washington, D.C. is going to...
Oh, wait a minute. It says...
I thought they were already...
Advocates of an initiative to legalize cannabis in Washington, D.C. have collected nearly 60,000 signatures, well more than the 22,600 needed to put their proposal to a vote this November. Man, you would think that the state that Obama, you know, the White House is in, that would already be legal.
Fuck yeah. Did you hear that, folks? Legalization all the way around in D.C., the district of corruption.
That live there, I guess.
Those poor folks that have to live in that fucking god-awful city. That district of Yeah. Wow, man.
As of
with it being legalized all the way around in D.C., that'd be interesting.
As of May 1st, the legal cannabis industry in Colorado has brought forth nearly 10,000 new jobs.
10,000 new jobs in Colorado. Wow. See what cannabis can do for people, man? New jobs. Careers. For this careerless, dead economic society that based all their wealth on oil and opium and fucking slaves' backs. Yeah.
You know, Cannabis Day. When is Cannabis Day in Vancouver, Washington? Vancouver, Canada.
In Canada, Cannabis Day. Cannabis Day. You know, I saw a video on that not too long ago.
They're looking for volunteers.
Ooh,
I don't know if it, you know.
Can Americans go up and volunteer? You think they'd accept us? I don't know, man.
That would be fun.
I've met a lot of Canadians, and
I'd like to meet.
They're nice guys. You know, I like Canadians. I love their fucking hockey. I'll say that much. Their weed's not bad.
So close, Vancouver.
I think the BC thing got a little too hyped, but you know, I think that every grower that grows, no matter where the fuck they're from, they could be from buttfuck Egypt, and they'll swear up and down that their shit's the shit.
Oh, today,
you know,
today is Cannabis Day, and you know.
Oh, nice, Canada. That means that a lot of my friends are going to be putting videos up. Marijuana Man will have one up.
I think it's July 1st.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Pot TV will have something going on.
I will find out, and I will update.
Jody will probably have something going on, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. She said she wasn't going to be on for a while because of Mark. But, you know, Mark, we send our love to you, man. I know that you're still being fucked with up there. But you're going to get out here pretty soon, bro, and this shit's going to be over with, man.
I want to know what our viewers think of hempcrete.
Ah. Hempcrete, yeah. If anybody's got anything to say about hempcrete. What hempcrete is it's a new building substance that's primarily made out of hemp stalk and fiber.
Build houses and stuff.
It's supposed to be incredibly lightweight and very, very durable and strong. Of course, that doesn't surprise me considering how cannabis stems are when they're dry. They're like fucking, like hardwood, but like airplane light. You know, there's not a lot of weight to a cannabis plant's stem. You know, I've had cannabis plant stems that were, you know, like that big around. I've got one up on my toolbox right now. It's about that big around. Yeah, it's about like that. About like that. Big around. And it's fucking lightweight, and yet it's so fucking hard, man, that you can smash it on something really hard and it doesn't even scratch the fucking thing. It's just It's a phenomenal substance, man. You folks out there that are getting into the industrial level of this, you know, once again, you know, need to set some money aside for those folks that are fucking locked up because of this shit. You remember those folks that fought hard for this, you know, that are dead and gone and have left us here with just their memory and their history. You know, the one that comes to my heart the most, I think, would be either Captain Jack or Eddie Lepp or Jack Hare especially. I mean, you know, Stormy Ray, you know, the fucking list just goes on. Mark Emery, you know, up there in Canada, even up there, man, Mark made enough an impact. When I was first trying to fucking figure out how to really grow this new cannabis, you know, that's completely different than the old cannabis, because I can't even fucking say that plants that we're growing today are even anything remotely close to what we were growing in the 70s or even in the 80s. I mean,
did you know that breast milk, natural breast milk, contains endocannabinoids?
Natural breast milk contains endocannabinoids. Naturally? Without the mother using cannabinoids?
What it says. Natural breast milk contains endocannabinoids.
It says Google it. Wow.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Interesting fact. Ganja Goddess. Did you guys hear her?
Yeah.
Natural breast milk, man.
Anybody that's pregnant out there.
So the baby's supposed to be getting those cannabinoids anyways, and it sounds like. Yeah. Sounds like that since we're born with this endocannabinoid system, anyways, I mean, we have those receptors naturally in our body. It only makes perfect sense why babies should be getting those endocannabinoids as well.
Going back to the subject of cannabis,
from the
it is on July 1st.
July 1st.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure that
you guys up there in Canada, man, on July 1st, man, you guys have a fucking blast up there. My friends that are up there in Canada, all my brothers and sisters, you know, the ones that I've rode with on the road all those years, I want you guys to know and gals to know that I love you guys and I miss you up there in the Great North.
Yep.
I miss the tattoo shows and the road shows and shit, you know, and but this plant's changed my life, folks. It's made me put down my shit, a lot of my stuff, and you know, I'm spending more time in my garden and less time in my tattoo machines. I am working on a few individual pieces, and I plan on putting them out there pretty soon. Once my works are done, I'll put them up. But you know, I've had a lot of people ask me, you know, am I going back into the commercial racket of tattooing again and all that? And no, I'm not. I'm not going to do it anymore, man. I'm 44 years old. You know, I've been tattooing for 23 years. I'm just going to do pieces, just individual collective pieces. And, you know, I'm not going to ever really want to get back into the commercial racket again. I'm tired of doing fucking fairies on fucking church people, chicks, yeah. You know, get my drift. I'm tired of doing fucking nautical stars and fucking tribal shit, you know, and that's not me. It's not my artwork, man. It's not, you know, and anybody that's got my artwork on them right now will tell you that. It's not me. It's not what I do. You know, I put shit on there that's never been seen before. I don't fuck around with that bullshit, lick 'em and stick 'em flash jockey crap. So, yeah, man, I'm backing out of that.
Why not?
You know, you know, I'm gonna ink what I want to ink now. You know, and my friends and loved ones that I ink on, man, you know, they come to me because they know that they're gonna get what they want. You know, they're gonna get that one-off that's gonna fucking sing like a hummingbird, and it's gonna be a piece of work that they're gonna appreciate for the rest of their lives. Not some bullshit that is hanging up in a tattoo shop wall that's got 35, 40,000 other people wearing it. You know, that's just not what it is for me anymore. I'm working on a really badass piece right now with a good friend of mine. And I'm going to be probably here in another, I'd say probably another month's worth of work on him. We should have a show piece ready for production, put it up, show people what I did.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's it's pretty special to me because it's going to be a spiritual tattoo. It's gonna talk about transformation in a person's life, and it's going to be his life story, pretty much written in ink. So it's going to be a pretty badass piece, and I'm looking forward to getting it done and seeing the collaboration come to work. And as it is coming to work. It's just a matter of transformation from the past to the present, and that's what's important. Is the past is now gone and the present is now here. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be good. Breast milk, what a fucking trip, man.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Man, I'm pissed off. My mama didn't feed me on a breast because I guess I didn't want that shit. I guess they couldn't get me to feed on a boobie. Mm-hmm. So they had to give me a bottle instead. Kind of like my son. My son was the same way. He was much the same way. You couldn't give him a boob. I tried to stick a tit in his face and he just would not fucking take that thing. He's like, ah, don't want it. Get it away. Finally, I had to almost choke out a nurse, man, just to get some formula in there because they were all like, oh, let's breastfeed him. And I'm like, look, lady, my kid's been crying for fucking 2 hours, man. He wants some fucking food now. You don't feed him. I'm going to go buy some. I'm going to take my kid and we're going to go get some formula. You know, he's going to get something in him, you know, because he hadn't ate since he was born. And that really was freaking me out, you know.
You know what's pretty sad is, you know how they're not going to be funding, they made that announcement that they're not going to be funding medical raids anymore. They're not going to be funding the police.
Right.
Well, Arizona Department of Human Services says they're going to fund it themselves for that state.
So you guys down there, you guys and gals down there in Arizona, my family, I got family in Quartzsite outside of Brenda, but you folks down there in Arizona, man, you better keep your heads down low. It sounds like they're fucking...
From an article on June 20th, 2014, it says that Arizona Department of Human Services is going to fund their own drug raids. They're going to fund the police to raid you in Arizona.
Wow. Sounds pretty fucky.
They're desperate.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So...
They like their jails overcrowded with...
all my love brothers and sisters, you know, 81 Nation down there, you folks in the 81 Nation, you know, all those, I send my love to you guys. Sonny, much love and respect. I'll take my hat off for you. Much, much love and respect. Dead in 5 Heartbeats. What a fucking movie.
That was a great movie.
If you guys and gals want to see a really great independent flick, you need to check out Dead in 5 Heartbeats by Sonny Barger. And you guys are going to find a really good movie. If you like those True Grit type movies, you're going to really dig this one, man. Dead in 5 Heartbeats. I recommend it to anybody. It'll probably be the best movie you've watched, I would say, probably in the last 5 years. I think the last really good movie besides Dead in 5 Heartbeats would be There Will Be Blood.
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies.
Straight up. That was the last great movie besides this one. I mean, Dead in 5 Heartbeats just came out. And it's through Sonny Barger Productions, and it's got it on. Just go to Google and type Dead in 5 Heartbeats, and you'll get the website. Go check it out. Get that movie, man. Check it out, man. I know you're going to like it because it's giving you independent view that you would never get in mainstream media. And I really think that. You know, when they say shoot your fucking TV, buy independent. Buy independent and keep buying independent. Don't fucking subscribe to big market shit, man. They're going to fucking keep poisoning you.
You don't have to have cable TV or satellite TV to watch TV.
No.
All you need is internet and the Roku.
Yeah, or Roku, man. There you go. Go with that.
YouTube, you can watch anything you want. And
shoot the fucking cable TV, man. Shoot your cable company. Get rid of your fucking crap that you're paying.
Oh my gosh.
Thousands and thousands of dollars for
garbage.
And join the technology of the internet, and you're going to find out there
you can choose what you want.
You don't have to be
subjected to the commercialism of life. I mean, that's, gosh. I get so tired of people telling me, people that I don't know telling me that I'm not any good because I don't have this certain phone, or making me feel like I need to have, spend thousands and thousands of dollars on shit.
So get it where it's at, you know what I'm saying? And you guys will be able to, you know, go independent. Watch independent. Watch independent lens. Don't fucking watch the retarded mainstream shit, ABC, NBC bullshit. Those guys are all fucking
liars. They don't even tell you the real news. I mean, they leave a lot of it out on YouTube.
Yeah, they don't even fucking tell you what's really going on in our world, man.
On YouTube, you get the real news.
A lot more, you know, you got to filter through than about 85% of its shit.
But you can find it. It's out
there's
there.
That fucking 1% out there that I know you're going to want to get into. And folks out there that don't know what it is, man, check it out, man. Fucking live leaks.
Mm-hmm.
Live leaks. Oh, my fucking God.
I like that channel.
You know, if there was a drug in this planet, it would be called live leaks. That's my mainline fucking fix right there is live leaks. Because there, man, you get fucking just people standing on the street with their cell phones shooting the shit happening.
Oh, I've decided I'm going to videotape everything from now on. When we're, you know, when we go out in public, I'm going to.
Yeah, you got to do it these days, man. Mm-hmm. You either get on board with it or you don't. Because they're already watching you. So, what, you don't think they don't got a fucking satellite that can fucking zoom down on your ass and fucking watch the hair fucking grow on your fucking butt cheeks? Better believe they do. They've got one. They've got many. Many. You know, it's just like, you know, I don't know if you guys guys and gals know about it, but I guess you know, Russia tried to send up this great big fucking package. I guess it was supposed to be the most technically advanced satellite they've ever built.
Yeah.
And they fucking send it up in space, and fucking some alien comes right along and fucking blast right through it. And they call it fucking rocket blight, but yet on the camera and on the video footage that you watch, from their angle, you literally can see a fucking orb pass right fucking through the rocket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a perfectly round, cylindrical fucking object fly right fucking through the rocket.
You know, we're gonna find that video and share it.
Yeah, we gotta put it up, man. I can do that too. We can put it on our channel. I got Bob Marley up the other day, so I know we can get that up there, and I think you guys will dig the shit out of that.
Yeah.
Connections. When we're making connections in this world, one of the things that I think is important for everybody to think about is anybody that has anything to do with this plant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you like the taste of it and you like to smoke it and dab it and use it, or you like to grow it, or you want to be involved in growing it, or you just fucking like it in general. Every one of us has to get on board, man. We have to stay a hold of this thing. Everybody's too excited about legalization. And yes, we all should be excited. But here's the problem. We're all too fucking excited. We're fucking, dude, we're forgetting that if we get too excited, we're going to forget about why we're wanting it fucking legal in the first place. And when it becomes legal, big businesses already got their fucking hand in it. Okay? We got fucking Walmart fucking already moving in on. Dude, seriously, fucking there's shit right now, proposals in Washington for Walmart to fucking handle it. Now,
that's what we heard. Yeah.
Dudes, fuck, man. If they're already fucking flapping their gums about it, I'm hearing shit on the wire about Monsanto's wanting to dick around with it. You know? It wouldn't surprise me about all the fucking greedy motherfuckers out there who racked fucking the bank on this bitch during the Prohibition, fucking wanting to, because that's what it was all about to them in the first fucking place, man. You know? But not to me. Not to the fucking cancer patients in this country. Not to fucking those that have been arrested for fucking possession, minor charges of possession. Not those that have been fucking thrown in prison for life for growing the fucking thing. Okay? But those individuals, and I know you all know who I'm talking about, man. Those motherfuckers, those little bastards, man. They're gonna want to fucking make some more bank on this bitch. They're gonna want to buy another goddamn boat or fucking get another fucking house. Okay? It's never been about the plant to them. It's always been about another goddamn shiny thing or a new boat or a new fucking house. Okay? It's those dudes that we need to fucking look at. Alright? It's those motherfuckers. Because as this shit gets legal, you think these 20-year-olds and these little kids that didn't have to do any of the fucking footwork that we've had to do? I've been put in fucking jail for this pot plant, man. Okay? Those dudes, man, they don't have a fucking clue, okay, about what it took to get where we're at. Everybody's done forgotten Jack Hare's name. I hardly ever hear anybody talk about it except for the old timers. Okay? People are forgetting what people had to go through so these 20-year-old fucking kids didn't have to put up a fight so they could go to their events. All right? And it's those motherfuckers we need to keep our eye on.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You know, I'm not saying be paranoid about it. I'm saying we got to keep our eye on them. Because you know and I know that fucking... Dude, I heard fucking Richard Branson. Dude owns Virgin. Anybody knows anything about fucking telephones and I guess airplanes and spaceships and shit, this dude owns them all. Mm-hmm. Okay? And he's an English guy, and I think he's alright. I don't think he's a bad dude, but who the fuck is he, man? That you know, he can sit out there and say, oh, the drug war's over. The drug war? What fucking drug war? This wasn't a drug war, man. This was fucking timber and oil who fucking didn't want our fucking cannabis grown anymore. Why do you think the cancer rate grew exponentially when fucking prohibition happened 70-some years ago? Fucking cancer just went through the fucking roof. Everybody was getting cancer, you know? There was no cancer treatment centers of America when I was a fucking kid in the 70s. You know, when you got cancer, and when I was a kid, it was kind of a rare fucking occurrence. It happened, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is today. They didn't have children's hospitals developing for cancer when I was a kid growing up. Now we do. You know?
Yep.
And I watched a fucking story that just broke my fucking heart the other day. Some people back on the East Coast, man, you know, with a baby. They had a baby. And I guess she was under a year old, and at the time, you know, she was like, you know, sick, really super fucking sick. And so they went in and took her in, and it turned out she had some fucking tumors on the back of her neck, and it was causing some pressure and causing blood to shut off in her brain. This baby, she was born this way, I guess, or something. And they found out that these tumors were cancerous and they were fucking malignant. And parts of it was malignant and some of them were benign. And it was really phenomenal to these doctors. And so the doctors, their proposal was to go in and cut her fucking head open. First give her a bunch of chemo. And then go in and saw the back of her fucking head open and pull pieces of her brain out of the back of her fucking head. This little child. Because they were going to try to cure her, okay, and so
it doesn't cure her. And
this girl's still in a cancer ward right now, dying a horrible death of cancer.
Terrible.
And mom and dad are these flaming religious zealots who think that you know, I guess they've just put all their faith into old Dr. Joe over there, and he's going to fucking fix their child, and everything's going to get better. And, you know, these people are totally fucking brainwashed, man.
Yeah.
And in the same instance, in the same state, a same thing, another little girl had a fucking tumor in her head, and within fucking, like, 8 treatments, the tumor began to shrink.
Yep.
Okay? Of cannabis oil, RSO, man, within 8 treatments. 18-month-old baby. Bang, 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 bang. And within the 4th frame of the picture, there is no cancer. All right?
Nope.
But yet, on the same hospital, on the same ward, lays another little girl whose parents will not give her this stuff right here. Won't give it to her.
Why?
So I have no fucking idea why. And you
if
know,
it was my child, I would do everything I could.
It drives me fucking mad to think about it. And as we progress, you know, man, all they needed to do was take some of this right here, man.
Take much at all.
Right there, man. And you know,
does it?
They don't know. 60 grams is cured stage 4 lung cancer.
Yep, that's what I'll be taking if I ever get sick.
You know what I mean? You got one chance to roll the fucking dice. Okay, let's see here: nuclear waste or cannabinoids. What is it gonna be, man? You know, and all the CBD, CBN fucking boost shit. There's no fucking link between CBD and CBN having anything to do in conjunction with THC when it comes to cancer treatment. I'm sorry, folks. I think you're all off the target there, man. And I think it's really fucky that we're not looking at the other compounds. There are 420 chemical compounds in cannabis.
Yeah.
Not just 1 or 2 or 3. CBD and CBN, yeah, those are great compounds, but what about the rest? What are we doing here? I mean, come on, guys. You know, I don't focus just on the CBD and the CBN and my seed strains. I focus on all of it. I want the THC to be there. I want the CBD to be there, the CBN, the CBF, all the way down. Okay, because there's 420 compounds that growers need to think about when it comes to cannabis. They don't need to think about just, the 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever it is.
It's all good.
It's all good. Okay? And I think that, yeah, as we progress, we're going to be able to make some really good strains. I already have. And so I know that it can be done. And I know that as growers and seed houses like ours is going to continue to develop those strains, because we know that we're only going to get better at it. I mean, that's all you can do, or either that or just give up. And I'm never going to do that. I mean, I'm in this for life, man. They're gonna load me up on a RSO built coffin, dude. I mean, I'm not stopping until then. And you know, my strains are going to continue to get better and better. Me and my son are better and better. My son is my master gardener, and you know, I taught him how to garden from a very little age. I taught my boy when he was in diapers how to plant strawberries and tomatoes and watermelons and corn and peaches and my boy knows how to grow pretty much anything on the planet. And if he doesn't, he's smart enough, he'll figure out how to do it. Yep. And so, and he's carrying on for me. He loves it just as much as me. Yeah. And so there's nothing you're going to do to turn him away from that. And I guess the main reason is that I never once lied to my kids. My children all know the truth from the start. When you're a cannabis user, you can't fucking just lie to your fucking kids. I mean, if you do, and you're one of those folks that like to tell your little kid, oh, the Easter Bunny or whatever the fuck it is, then that's your bag, man. But for me, I would feel dirty if I lied to my children, And, Easter Bunny was Dad. Christmas was, Santa was me, or Odin, my father, Odin. And so, yeah. I raised him that same way. So, and, all my kids know that. My adult children know that. I've got adult kids. They know.
All of the kids.
The whole fucking world.
All
of my adult kids. They, the whole world knows. They can bullshit the fuck out of my kids, but if my kids want the truth, I can guarantee you they'll be coming to me. Yep. So, same thing with my grandkids. Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
Never lie to them.
I would never lie to any of them, and it would feel dirty. I would feel dirty if I did. And so all my family know I'm a cannabis grower, a cannabis user. They all know my feelings about cannabis. My in-laws, they all know that I'm a cannabis cultivator and breeder. You know, and I'm not ashamed to tell the world that's what I am. That's what I do. I'm an activist, first and foremost. I love fucking stepping on corruption. You know, I love the shit out of it. I sniff that shit out. You know, and what I do, I tell motherfuckers, hey, them dudes are chumps, man. You don't want to go down that way. Go down that way, you're going to end up fucking toast. And you know what? Because I've never lied to my friends, my family, they usually take my advice. So it's usually best for the corruption to stay the fuck away from me. There ain't no room for corruption. There ain't none for it at all. That's why I'm free in the seed. You see, I've got top shelf strains right now, free. If you're a patient and you're in the state of Oregon and you can show me a card and some legal ID,
like free plan,
you're in like Flynn, buddy, free of charge. I will be there until the finish, and I will watch you fall in love with something you never thought you could fall in love in the way that you did. It's not just a bong hit anymore when you're growing, folks. It's not a fucking dab. It's not some beep beep music. It's not any of that fucking glorification. It's more than that. It's a spiritual connection. When you grow that fucking plant, you forget the rest. The rest doesn't matter anymore.
Nope.
Those are my children. I love them. I kiss them. I smell them. I touch them. I interact with them every fucking day. You know, I help the sick ones back to life, and I feed the healthy ones and keep them in shape, and I train each and every one of them, and I'm always got my fingers in the soil, digging and smelling and sniffing, and you know, getting the dirt in my face and smelling the dirt and getting involved with the roots. And you know, I do some pretty phenomenal weird shit to my plants, man.
Some good stuff.
You know, I've had people say I'm a little strange when it comes to my garden, but you know,
it's your garden.
My garden is my garden.
You can do with it whatever you
They're all
want.
blessed and sanctified by their grandmother's blood. Every one of them.
Yep.
Every fucking one of those girls out there has their grandmother's blood on them. You know, because I promised those grandmothers when I took them down in harvest that I would carry their children on, and that their legacy would always live forever in my garden. And not only in my garden, that I would give their legacy to as many people as I possibly could get it to. Straight up. So, which reminds me, Shishkaberry. What should we do with it? I'd like to see some comments on that. I know that there's some people out there that like that Shishkaberry strain, and I think it's a pretty nice strain. It's a cup winner. It's a pretty top shelf winner. I have some very viable and productive seed stock of the pure Shishkaberry strain, not the hybrid or cut down breed parts, but some of the first of the strain stock. So yeah, I think that one, I would like to get, you know, as many of my patient subscribers to this channel a seed so that they can try it out.
Yeah.
And if you want something like that, just let me know who you are, where you're at in the state of Oregon, and whether or not we can get it to you. Because I'd like for you guys to also try to get into some petrichor. Petrichor is the free plant, so that's what it's about. I always put one free plant in all of my packs, and everybody out there knows that I'm not even once trying to get anything out of it. You figure my packs of seeds are going for, you know, I'm
$30
for $30, you know, and that's a phenomenal fee.
And that's
for
just because
what my seeds are going for. And I also always throw one extra in every one of them because, you know, I believe that one free plant will make the difference to somebody out there that you can help. And so I always encourage anybody that takes and purchases a petrichor package of seeds, or, you know, or anything like that, to push that one free plant forward, pass it on, you know, pay it forward, folks, because it works in this community that way. And, you know, so keep that in mind as you take those beautiful petrichors and bring them out of the ground, because you guys are in for a treat. You're in for a treat.
A big treat.
Tomorrow, it's a little dark tonight, but tomorrow I'll give you guys an outdoor garden review and let you guys take a look at petrichor, let you look at mothership, let you look at organ goo.
Well, we also have
organ goo.
We also have
mine.
pictures of it.
That's mine, folks. That's mine, you know, and I can't wait to share that. I've got a buddy right now. I've got one for him that I'm doing for him, and it's a phenomenal fucking plant. I think I'm going to make my Magars out of those. I think I'm going to just grow that strain for just the Magar stock. Because Oregon Sweet Leaf Revival, once this thing turns legal, I'm going to be manufacturing Magars. And my Magars are going to be top shelf Magars. They're going to come from top shelf indica and sativa strains. I think that, you know, you guys are going to be pretty happy because I think that it's going to be truly a third generation smoke, and it's going to show 3 generations of growing and my family's experience. It's going to show a lot, and I think it's going to be a good thing for everybody. My Magars are going to come in a very handy package, and they're all going to be tested. Their strain strengths and probabilities are all going to be tested, and they're going to have a permanent usable package, because once you're done with that set of Magars, they're going to come in a pack of 5, and when you're done with that set of pack of 5, you'll be able to keep that fucking beautiful pack so that you can put new Magars in it, as it'll come with a press and many other items, personally from our garden. And so our other gardens will continue to develop those. We're looking at some acreage next to the acreage we already own, and we're going to turn that into a community garden once it turns legal, because once it's legal, we want everybody to, you know, that doesn't have the space or they live in an apartment, we'll give them the spot. So that's what we're going to be about.
I'm sorry, I thought I heard somebody knocking on the front door.
Did you?
Nobody was. No.
Okay. I'm surprised the dogs would have freaked out right now. I got 6 American Bulldogs back here.
I just heard a noise.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyways, you know, and that's going to be my primary focus, is that once it does go legal, then my Magars, my product will come out. I'm still going to stay with the primary focus of spiritual and healthy healing. Holistics is all I want to do now. You know, I want to get involved in putting that garden out further, to where we can get a steady production line of Magar line. I'm not going to call it a Magar because I don't agree with the word marijuana. A lot of people don't understand that word marijuana, and I think that it's kind of fucking weird. When I was a kid growing up, whenever I heard marijuana, I was looking for a badge or a fucking gun. Okay? Because it was always the authority that used the word marijuana when I was a kid. You know, fucking, got some marijuana? You smoking that fucking marijuana? And so, marijuana is a filthy fucking word, and the M word needs to stop. Okay? It's 2014, and we need to stop with the M word. Cannabis?
I prefer cannabis.
So, I'm calling mine a Canagar.
Oh, that's cool.
Mine's going to be the Canagar. That's right. It is, the official date right now is 6/29/2014, and I'm moving forward with Canagar strain brand. And my Canagars will come in a custom humidor, of which you can keep your Canagar at the proper humidity ratio so that you always get full flavor. And my Canagars are going to come in multiple flavors, all natural and holistic. And my Canagars were also going to come with a basically a guarantee that, you know, after you're done with that, you know, you're definitely going to want to come back because my Canagars aren't, you know, the strains that I'm going to be putting in my Canagars are going to be just phenomenal. I'm going to be seeking out top line strains that are going to be tested for each and every Canagar that is wrapped and rolled in our garden. And I will not wrap my Canagar in a tobacco leaf.
Shouldn't be smoked together.
Okay. You fools out there, you fools. You want to fucking mix tobacco and cannabis together.
Ridiculous.
That's fucking stupid, man. You know?
The sound of it sounds ridiculous
gross
to me.
That's retarded, man. Fucking, why do you want to smoke a poisonous substance with this green substance here? Bad idea, man. Move on with that. Buy my Canagar. You'll get an all genuine, 100% pure, sweet leaf rolled, tight, nuggeted, oily, vaped out doob of a joint. And it won't be a joint size either. I'm thinking probably making natural cheroots, which are the Spanish cheroot, which will be more of the slimmer style. And then I'm also thinking probably going with maybe some fatties. And of course, you know, since I'm an artist, and I'll just draw my own designs and logos, so each and every one of my Canagars will come in a handcrafted cigar box, or the Canagar will come in a 5-pack carrier, and I will only make those available to people I know are going to get them to the right people. So, because like I said, I'm kind of not for the commercialization shit. I like the idea of the Canagar, though. And I know a lot of my brothers and sisters out there are going to like the idea of the Canagar as well. So, I like the word Canagar. Coined it 6/29/2014. So, it's mine. Yeah. I actually had a cigar press. I had this dude come into my tattoo shop once and ask me if I could trade him tattoo work for a cigar press from Cuba that he had collected. And that was pretty fucking badass, man. I really liked it, actually. It had it was just a platform, and it was about I'd say about yay big, and it had the screw thing on top of it, and you put the cigars in these like lined chambers that are made of this exotic hardwood looking press. The wood smelled really good too, man. It kind of smelled like a raw teak, and I don't know if you've ever smelled a raw teak wood, but I have, and it smelled really raw teakish. I never have smelled it before. It's kind of a fishy smell, man.
Is it?
But when you smell it, it's more with tobacco oils and stuff from rolling thousands of cigars in them. I imagine it just made it smell different. It kind of a cedary.
Do they smell it at Home Depot? Or sell it at Home Depot?
I don't think they sell teak anywhere in the United States unless you're buying it from an exotic wood dealer. Anyways, in fact, I think teak has been outlawed.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that they don't do teak anymore. Yeah, it's a thing of the past.
Yeah. I know teak wood.
So, fuck you, you trendy dabber, you fucking trendy knee. I want to say that right now. What an arrogant fucking fuck. I hope I never fucking run into you, dude. You know, you're a fucking dumbass. You're all about yourself, man, and that's fucking stupid. You know, don't fucking show up in any of my events, dude. Fuck. What a fucking jackass, man.
Is it alright if I do?
Yeah, you're free to speak anything you want. You know that.
I only said you play the guitar because I wanted you to play a song. If you did. You look like you were bored with your mouth hanging open. looked like you were waiting for someone to insert their big fat cock in it.
Yeah, man. What is that shit, dude? You know? What the fuck is that, man? I mean, really? Really, dude? Fucking taking pictures of you pointing your gun at your fucking picture, dude? Fucking, what are you proving, man? That you're a little bitch?
Douchebag.
You know? That you're just one of those fucking idiots that gives everybody else a bad fucking name, dude. You know? And pointing
you're
your
not
fucking
trendy.
gun. No, you're a fucking retard.
Greaser.
You're a fucking burned out, lonely fucking loser, dude.
Probably hasn't had sex
you
in
know,
years.
like I said, bro, I hope I never fucking meet you, man. I really do, man. I hope you stay down there in fucking Northern California, right where you belong. Because that fucking shit right there, dude. What a fucking ignorant fuck, man. You know? Just all about yourself and, you know.
You don't care.
Oh, I just actually, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I got
fucking,
my butt hurt.
Fucking queer. Fuck, man. You know? I don't understand that shit. Fucking bothers me, man. Blabbing his fucking gums about fucking. No wonder you only had 20-some fucking viewers, dude. Jesus Christ, man.
On the one show.
I know, man. I was like, what the fuck, man? You know, you actually are getting off on that shit, dude. You're like fucking loose. Pointing your fucking gun at a camera, you know. I have an old biker friend who's fucking with the 88 World Man down there in Cali. He once said, everybody's a tough guy until they meet one.
You just met one.
You're fucking gone, dude. I don't understand you, man. You know? You're all about, I don't even know, man. I don't know if it's the butane in your fucking extract that's getting to your brain, dude, or what, man. You know, I can't comprehend it. It's insane, dude, you know. Maybe you need to check your purge, you know, when you're doing butane fucking BHO like 80 times every fucking 5 minutes. Okay? Maybe you need to repurge your shit, dude, because maybe you're getting brain lesions or some shit, dude, because you're fucking delusional. God damn, man.
He's a jackass.
Yeah, just a fucking jackass. And I'm sure
we're gonna unsubscribe from you too.
Yeah, man, you're a fucking loser, dude. Nobody likes your shit.
I thought maybe you'd be interested.
Yeah, I thought you'd be cool, bro. I thought I could support you, man, and all that shit, but you're a fucking jackass, you know? I know a few others, too, you know, that are all about them fucking selves. They like to pretend they're about somebody else, but then they show us something fucking completely different. And remember, it's us old school fucking stoner motherfuckers that pave the way. Not you fucking Trinity. What the fuck, man?
And he talks that way too. In his
you know? Nobody gives a fuck, you know? Nobody gives a fuck.
It's his whole life.
What a fucking irritant, too, man. I mean, this dude just
yells and screams,
man.
And
all about fucking bullshit, dude. Fucking bullshit, man. Oh, I played this game. Hey, maybe that's what it is. You're one of those video gamer stony
you know
fucks.
what it is? I know what it is. His panties got twisted on his ball hair.
Oh. Maybe that was it. I know, man. It's fucking funny. I played this Black Ops. Dude, you sound like my 16-year-old, bro. Fuck. Get fucking, you know. I played Black Ops. Fuck your games, you know. We know what you're about. Yourself. Anyways. Cannabis sativa will cure cancer.
Yes, it will.
If you have a child out there and a fucking doctor is flapping his ball washer about how he's going to pump your kid full of fucking chemo and then cut little pieces out of them, why don't you fucking stop what you're doing right there at that point, take a good hard think about this, and ask yourself, is there any other option? Well, yes, there is an option. You know what that option's called, folks? It's called Some folks call it RSO. I don't call it RSO because mine is not RSO. Mine is a form of RSO, I guess. But this is flower extract. This is 100% flower. This is not, no fucking trim, okay? Put your trim in your food or feed it to your cows or some shit, okay? Blow it or fucking hash make it or some shit. Don't put it in your fucking extract. You want 100% pure bud flower extract. No fucking sweet leaf, no trim, no gutter shit.
The whole bud.
Whole buds.
This is your medicine.
The only reason I don't call this RSO is because Rick Simpson makes his shit with naphtha. Okay? And if you folks don't know about chemicals and about what fucking naphtha is, I've had people go, oh, it's just mineral spirit. No, it isn't. It's fucking petroleum. It's fucking oil. It's a petroleum-based product. Don't put fucking gasoline with cannabis, man. Yeah, man. Because it's going to make it have to work harder to get through the fucking poison you just made it with. Okay? Extract your shit with pure fucking grain alcohol. You know?
Not isopropyl.
Not ISO, neither. Okay, ISO, yeah, I've heard all these people about ISO, but yeah, there's still that fucking molecule in there that is not natural. So get your fucking self some good old-fashioned fucking Everclear.
It's made with grain.
You know, and fucking extract your shit the Everclear way. Don't.
It's made with grain. It's not made with.
You know, and don't use trim. I gotta let the garden security out. I'll be right back. You guys want to go outside? Go potty? Let's do it. Come on, my monsters. Let's go.
Wow, this is bright.
Stay out of my garden. Fucking goddamn herbivores.
I think while you're talking here, I'm gonna go watch them so they stay out of the garden.
Okay. So anyways, yeah, man, we, you know, and I really think that as we progress with the Druid Smoke Show, tonight is the Druid Dope Show. I think that as we progress with these shows, we're gonna get some more outside of the box with our videos and put it on and let everybody know what we're doing. I will be down in Northern California, Trendy, if you want to fucking meet up. You know, I'd love to talk politics with you. You know, really, dude. Somebody needs to set you free, bro. You got too much aggression, too much tension going on in your life, man. You know, you're all about yourself, bro. That fucking plant needs you in a different way, bro. You gotta get a different connection, man. Quit with this self-absorbed shit, dude. Quit the fucking DHO, too. Jesus Christ, man. Fucking gasoline and weed don't go together, dude. You can't fucking... Don't fucking try to convince me that that shit belongs together. Fuck that. I'll never go there. Fuck that. That's bullshit. Want to do a fucking dab? Do pure extract. Don't fucking... That shit fucking is full melt, man. I put down a fucking titanium nail, it's gonna dissolve just like wax or fucking butter or any of that other bullshit. Fucking, oh, and titanium. Oh yeah, titanium, it doesn't leave no gas. Are you sure about that?
Did you do the study on that?
Yeah, have you done studies on that? Because I have. And I know what residuals are left on titanium. There's still molecules off of it, so you better fucking think about that. You crystal and ceramic designers out there, this is a chance for you to really market this, because I can guarantee you in the next 10 years, these idiots that are fucking smoking off of titanium are gonna fucking reap the benefits of titanium. You know what? Because they put titanium inside our bodies and surgical apparatuses and shit. That it's okay, huh? What about those people, too, that are fucking suing people because of having titanium in their bodies? So I don't know, man. I think you better fucking research that some more, you you tool makers, ceramic, glass, your crystal are probably your cleaner methods. But I don't know about that titanium, man. It's a proven fact that titanium does leak gas when it's heated. And I'm watching these kids heat these nails to where they're just like fucking red hot, glowing red fucking hot, and then they're taking their dabs. Yeah, it might be cleaner and you might get less, but you're still getting shit, and that shit's going to eventually do something. So you probably want to think about that one. Anyways, the concept that I'm trying to get at is that as we progress...
I just want to show everybody my other security blanket here.
Here, let me
Fuck with me and he'll eat you. This is my big boy.
You guys have seen him. That's Wotan. Yeah.
Named after Wotan.
Yeah.
Look him up. W-O-T-A-N.
Yeah, he's Wotan. Anyways,
or you know, Odin.
The thing is, man, is you brothers and sisters out there, man, that get the point when it comes to these self-absorbed individuals who are shitty to everybody they meet, selfish, self-centered, egotistical fucks that are diseased with this parasite I call the ego. You know, you fucking start pumping your fucking ass full of shit, and 9 times out of 10, man, those fucking checks aren't going to cash out, bro. So, you know, settle down a little bit with that shit, bro, and maybe people will like your stuff a little more. You know? I mean, you don't do nothing, bro, but stand there and fucking bitch and complain the whole time, man. You know? I ain't got nothing good to say about anybody, man. Anybody but yourself.
And if you think I wasn't very nice to you about what I said, you weren't very nice either, mister.
You heard Ganja Goddess, man. See, world, Ganja Goddess pissed. There it is. You know, you didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that 1 minute, dude. You would have been just fine if you would have kept that ball washer of yours. Like that. You know, I seriously hope I don't fucking meet you, bro. I really hope I don't. You know, that's pretty hard for me to say because, you know, 22 years in prison, I've met a lot of motherfuckers, but yeah, man.
This is my garden security right here.
I don't know, bro. I just, you know, just way uptight, bro. Way uptight. You got too much shit going on. Too much. Can't do that, man. We all need to just fucking love each other. This motherfucker is way too short for a bunch of aggression. We got enough shit coming our way. We got people that are facing life sentences right now for cultivation of medical cannabis in my state, in the state of Oregon. That's right, Trinity Nay. I'm from fucking Oregon. Salem, Oregon. Anyways. We got folks in Oregon, man, that are facing life sentences in prison for cannabis. You know, this is bullshit, man.
Would you like some coffee?
Yes, my love. I love you.
I love you.
So anyways, and my wiener, he don't fucking like it. He does not like it at all. Barney, tell the world, man, what you think about all this crap. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I think them fucking cops need to take a step. They need to walk the fuck off a short pier and get the fuck out of my garden, man. That's my garden. You tell them. My garden. My cannabis. Pet cannabis. That's another thing we're going to be coming out with, folks. You know, there's a vet right now. He's been really inspirational to me to make sabs and stuff for my dogs. I use cannabis on mine, and I mean I don't like make them consume it or any of that thing. But I do use it on their pelts. I make I take all my trim, all my big trim leaf and stuff, and I boil that stuff down with some coconut oil and a few other natural ingredients, and make this beautiful stuff for sheening for my dogs. And what I've noticed is my dog's pelts are just soft and they're really well maintained. My dogs have less grooming issues, and also what I've noticed is that the fleas have kind of backed away. You know, they have less attacks with fleas, and so that's another nice thing too. Because if I can treat them that way organically with something, I would much rather do so than treating them with a chemical. Because I love my dogs. My dogs are like family to me. Like I told you in the last show, I'm an honorary member of their family. And so I'm lucky to have the dogs I've got. I love each and every one of them, and I'm deeply involved. I have a relationship with each and every one of my dogs. My dogs protect my garden loyally. They protect my possessions. They protect my family, my grandchildren, my children. You know, my dogs are loyal. They never bullshit me. They never steal from me. They never fucking lie to me. They never fucking use me. They never, you know. So that's the cool thing. One of the things that we do, though, believe in is that if we can enhance their lives, we're going to do that. And so as things become more legal, I'm going to get in line with this vet that I know who is studying the medical effects of cannabis on dogs and cats. He's also studying the medical effects on that as well. I will not mention his name, and you'll never get me to, due to the fact that the fuckies out there would like to fucking stand on that. And so, anyways, as it progresses, though, this man's very knowledgeable in his experience as a vet, and I think that it might turn out to be a successful thing. If cannabis is good for us, why should it not be good for our dogs?
There you go, baby.
Considering how long we've had a relationship with the canine, the human. You know, that's right, kids. The human is a lot older than 25 years old. The human's a few million years old, and he's had a relationship with canines a majority of that time. So, yeah, man, it's going to be fucking good. So, cannabis line for our dogs. It's going to be a pelt line. It's not going to be a consumable that the dog can consume. It'll have absolutely virtually little to no THC in it at all. The substance itself will be designed just for the emollients that come from the natural oils of cannabis for their pelts.
I'm excited for that.
For their pelts. And it'll come in natural. It'll all be 100% natural. We'll use our scented herbs that come from our garden, like mint, and we got jasmine, and we got all kinds of other scented herbs already in our garden. We got spearmint, lemon balm, rose, and we all have these naturally, organically things growing in our garden already. And these aren't your Monsanto's plants either. These are heirloom plants. Yeah. So, anyways, that's going to be cool and non-GMO. And so that'll be even better because I would not give my dog a GMO. I know what they are, and I know that pretty much 99% of the dog food that's sold out there is GMO related. And I think that's a shitty thing. Just as it is a shitty thing that 99% of our food is GMO. So, yeah, man, our food garden's doing good, man. We got shit and crap loads of tomatoes. I got a bunch of tomatoes. We have a lot of tomatoes. We're going to be making, I'm thinking some salsa this year. I'm thinking some hot sauce.
Tomato sauce.
And some tomato sauces, maybe some pasta sauces.
Hi, Barney.
With our rosemary that we're growing out there, because I got an herb garden, folks. And you know, I'm big on the herbs. I got lavender and rosemary and basil, and all natural stuff, organically grown in my garden. But one of the cool things is that we're thinking like that as well, and that'll be cool too, because there's a lot of people out there that want variety, and the ability to share these things amongst our family and our friends is going to be an honor and a joy to do so. So cannabis sativa is come a long ways. It's got a little ways more to go. I wish the people that had all the money that are now trying to get into this thing, even though they've never been involved in the cannabis field ever, most of these big money dudes, they were fucking hiding in the closet smoking it. Yeah. And anybody else that was getting busted for growing it or busted for trying to get the word out about it, they hid from those people. And so now the prohibition's almost over, and we're looking at fucking finally getting this fucker ended. It's still got another half of the union to go for, but I think it'll be a landslide after we get 25 in there, and that'll be a good thing. But we've got a lot of footwork to do still, and there's folks out there in other countries too that are being persecuted for trying to medicate with this plant too. And we need to think about the world, man. We don't need to just think about this little piece of dirt we're standing on when it comes to this plant. There's a lot of deals going on right now in Canada, and I really hope, I hope that it all comes on board for my Canadian brothers and sisters up there. Because I know that they fought so hard up there in Canada to try to get this legal, and even in the French provinces, the sub man up there, the subliminator up there in French province just got a fucking bullshit beef or some bullshit for some seeds, fucking just some stupid shit, and they're trying to ruin a guy's life, and I really like the subliminator, and I would probably recommend that product to all of my friends and family, but most of the people I know, one, have never really seen one, barely heard of it. I wish more people did know about the sub. It's a nice tool.
Yeah,
I would use it. If I could afford it. It's up there, man.
I think it's like
$750 or some shit like that. They're a little rich for my blood, man. I'd probably use that on my Harley, bro.
I think Marijuana Man said it was like $750.
But, sub, if you're ever down in my neck of the woods, you bring one of those down, we might be able to do some bartering and trading on it that I think you would like. So, if you ever get one down here, buddy, I hope you get that bus. I saw the bus. Yeah. Fucking cool. Phenomenal. Fucking nice.
I hope your court.
Yeah, okay, you never said anything about court, that. Buddy. You never talked to us about what's going on with court. I know that you went to court, but that was about the gist of it. So I hope everything's cool with that, Subby.
You didn't deserve that.
Yeah, bro. I don't think you deserved it at all, man. You're a good man, and you do good for people, and Subliminator. The Subliminator is going to be a good thing. I see a lot of people trying to replicate it down here in the United States, but they're not doing a good job at it. They're trying, but it's not the same as the sub. Your design is still hands down probably one of the better ones, just because just the simplicity of the design itself.
You can tell you put a lot of love into it.
You put a lot of love into it. So, and I like your product, and I know that I've talked to other people about it, and they're like, "Fucking no way, that's phenomenal." So, yeah, man, as this shit gets legal down here, bro, you're gonna have to come down and fucking party with us, and get the hell out of Canada for a minute. Come on down to the Pacific Northwest, bro. We'll fucking throw a crab pot in and, pull out some crab and put our feet in the dirt, and party down right. Pacific Northwest style, of course. Not in no big convention shit, but, just a bunch of good old fucking stoners having a good old time.
It'd be a fun time, wouldn't it?
Fuck yeah, it would be a great time.
I would make dinner, or we'd
have a big barbecue. Fuck yeah, man. We'd have a blast. We'd invite a bunch of old stoners to come over and fucking kick it. It'd be a good event, man, somebody like Larry Rathbun, there you go, 2-time Vietnam vet, pot activist, fucking lifelong pot activist. You know, a lot of people go, oh, cannabis activists or whatever, you know. I'm a pot activist.
Huh.
So,
that's a good term, I think.
You know, but yeah, man, fucking come down and meet my buddy Larry Rathbun, man. He's a lifelong pot activist and gardener, master gardener, and just one hell of a good man. Got my buddy Glenn and Meek and my sister Glenn and Miko and James and all my buddies over there at Chronic Solutions. I'm sure they'd love to look at that sub. You know, got some friends over at Pitbull, Christopher Orr, Pitbull, man. I'm sure he'd like to check that sub out. So yeah, man, that, you know, it would be good to see you guys come down more. Ramo, you know, Ramo, I love your shit. One of the things I would like, Remo, yeah. One of the things, bro, the Urban Grower.
Yeah, he's cool.
You are truly right with your shit, bro. I would like to see you come down, bro. Do a trip down here to Oregon, bro. Come on down during harvest, man. Fucking have a party with us. We'd love to see you. Definitely. Love to see you. I'd love to put some petrichor in your hand, bro, because I know you can grow that shit. And I'd love to see what you could do with it. And
that'd be awesome.
Fuck yeah, man. If I could get petrichor in Canada, I'd be fucking celebrating. You know, I'd be celebrating. You know, only reason I've been sitting back on it is that, you know, I've been watching our beloved Mark Emery go through shit over seeds and over seed stock. But, you know, I know Ramo, man, could do something with it. Anyways, yeah, that would be cool to see happen. You know, some of our Canadian brothers and sisters, because I've never really seen, as a biker, I've never really seen borders that way. You know, I guess because when you're a lifelong biker and outlaw like I was, and doing the crazy shit I was doing in my life, you don't see things as borders. You know, you just fucking keep going. You know, you put your face in the wind and you just let the fucking wind take you wherever you're headed. You never fucking, where am I at? You know, you never, what time is it? You know, oh, the fucking sun's down. I guess it's time for me to pull my fucking bedroll out and find some place to crash for the night. You know, that was my life, man. And so, tattooing and biking, man, fucking all across the country and parts of Canada. I've been in French provinces of Canada. I've been in Canada. Celebrating with some of my brothers after the rock machine fell. Just, you know, there's a lot of brothers and sisters up there that I really love and respect. I've got memories that I've brought back from the Great North, man, that I'll never forget, man. Some good times, you know. I tell all my friends, you know, they always say, oh, how the people up north, how the people up in Canada, and I tell them, man, they're friendly, they're fucking down to earth, they're not uptight, you know, it's phenomenally strange. It's like you're going to Mayberry from fucking where we're at in the United States. You know, the United States is the fucking asshole of this country compared to what Canada is, man. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. You know, Canada's just got fucking all the right things going for it, man. I mean, politics are a little fucky up there, but that's no different than anywhere else. But they're fucking cleaner, man. They're cleaner about it. The folks are friendly, and every time I've been up there, man, I didn't get too much of a welcome in the French provinces. You know, the French provinces up there, you know, the stoner people that I met along the road up there were really cool. There was a guy that we camped out with, a bunch of my brothers and sisters, some Hells Angels out of, you know, off the East Coast. We're doing a run, and I was invited to go with that, and I'm an independent, so, you know, I love partying and supporting my brothers and sisters out there, and so it was an opportunity for me to support that club, so we rolled up there and met up with some other friends and family up there and had a great big party. Man, the people up there that we partied with were really nice, but anybody that didn't have anything to do with our circle, they didn't want anything to do with us. In fact, they refused to give us a hotel room So they made us actually fucking, you know, we drove like through a whole town looking for a hotel, and they wouldn't take our biker asses. So we ended up having to sleep on the outskirts of town. Then we had some fucking French cops, these French-speaking cops, fucking arrest us, try to drag us in, and fucking took us to jail there. And you know, they wanted to know how the fuck we got over there without a passport and all this other bullshit. And we just like, well, we fucking rode up there, man. Nobody, you know, nobody stopped us from doing what we were doing, you know. So anyways, yeah, it was a good time. Good times. Good times. Good party. Good event. Fucking A's. Great time.
Sounds like a fun time.
Yep. It was for 2 days. It's sweet as shit. But my Canadian brothers and sisters out there, man, I hope shit goes right for you guys. I really do, man. You know, for Mark Emery, for Jody, you know, for, you know, the Marijuana Man, the original, you know, Marijuana Man, the trademark, the other one, Redbeard, fucking A's, bro. What a good time for you too, bro. I mean, up there in Canada, Redbeard, you're phenomenal with your glass, and how much greater is it going to be, man, to see that shit go legal to where you can start bringing more of your stuff down here into America. I know you got some stuff down here, but it's very hard to find. And, you know, I live in Oregon, so I live in the land of Snodgrass. And so, you know, as far as the master of glass, there's many masters of glass. And much homage is paid to them here in our state. We've got some of the greatest glass blowers that I've ever seen besides yourself. I really like your work. Boy, those Asians in Japan, man, they're really kicking out some really nice stuff too, man. Those guys up there in Japan, fuck, some phenomenal shit coming out of Japan. Crazy shit, really weird. Retro straw cups and, man, Binky, I saw a Binky fucking oil dabber. It was like a Binky, a giant Binky. I was like, holy fuck, man. You know, that's phenomenal, man. So, yeah, man. Kudos on that. Yeah, I think that it's going to go good for you guys in the next year or so up there in Canada. And I think that with Mark getting out and having a chance to get back, you know, I haven't heard from what's going on from Mark other than through Jody. And, you know, Jody's been trying to keep everybody up to date and in line about what's happening with Mark and, you know, how it's happening. And I encourage anybody and everybody to continue to support Mark through his process. And if you can, you know, try to make some donations and some support up there to Jody and help her while she's going through this, man, because this has got to be a difficult time. I don't know what it'd be like for me and my wife to be apart for 5 years, 6 years.
That'd be terrible.
Fuck, man.
For
it's
me.
like, you know, I couldn't imagine it, and it's a fucking nightmare. Mark had seeds, big fucking deal, you know. You guys got, the fucking government's got nuclear bombs. Should we be concerned? Well, yeah, absolutely, man. You know, how come them fuckers aren't in cuffs because of that? I mean, they got possession of nuclear bombs. I mean, why shouldn't we be fucking throwing their asses in jail? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, seeds. Anyways.
Have you heard the news? A new movie that Seth Rogen and that he made.
Oh yeah,
you know,
the interview.
About killing, assassinating Kim Jong.
Yeah, Kim Jong-il.
And he's gonna take it down because his little bitch pussy got hurt for it.
Yeah, Kim Jong-il, man, dude, fucking smoke a bong hit, dude.
You got a lot of weed around
Jesus
you.
Christ.
Legal in your country.
You got weed all over in fucking Korea, dude.
Don't you know
North Korea, there's fucking
it?
pot everywhere, man.
You were educated here.
You know? God. You got to come over here and go to school. Fuck, dude. What the hell? You suffering from fucking midget syndrome or some shit, dude? Jesus, slow the fuck down, man. You don't need to be that way, bro.
Because of a movie?
You're not going to kill anybody, bro. You just need to settle the fuck down and chill the fuck out, Kim Jong. Fuck, man. Dude. You got too much shit wrapped up, bro. You know, you got a nice chance to fucking make it right.
Make a difference in your country. Take care of your people. Feed
them. I get what you want, man. I understand that, but dude, just slow down on your roll, okay? It's just a fucking movie, all right? Maybe they wouldn't have made a movie like that if you would have done something different, bro. Okay? I know you like American culture, man. I know you like Batman. I know you do. That's not no fucking bullshit. You got fucking Dennis Rodman, dude, the dress-wearing dude going and seeing you. Okay? In our country, he's not a big fucking deal. Nobody gives a shit about Dennis Rodman. You know what I'm saying? Who is he? He's a fucking has-been.
He married Carmen Electra.
That's who he is. He's a has-been. He's somebody who used to play basketball, who chose drugs and fucking stupidity instead of his career.
And he speaks and nobody understands what he's saying.
Fucking, now look at him. I can't even fucking... I can't understand fucking 5 words that dude says, man. You know? And you, come on, Kim Jong, fuck, dude. Can't you fucking have some other fucking friend, dude? Jesus. Why don't you invite Tommy Chong over for a bong hit, bro?
That would be fun.
You know? Why don't you invite all the potheads to come over and fucking help you cultivate some of that weed you're growing? You see what I'm saying?
Why don't you chill out and be something different to your people?
Oh, shit, dude.
Why does it gotta be the same?
Yeah, dude. We don't believe the hype. We're from the country. Come on, man. We're from America. We don't believe the hype, dude. We know you're not all bad. We know you're not a demon like everybody. You can't be, dude. All right? You're somebody's fucking child, man. You know? So, you know, you'd probably be more likable if you were, you know, a little more down on the approach, bro. You know? I think so, anyways.
Just because you look like your dad doesn't mean you have to act like him.
No shit. No shit, man. You know, your dad was an asshole,
That's why you were chosen, you know, because you look like your dad.
So
they didn't have to change pictures in their houses.
You know why I'm going to say that? Because I have this fucking thing called freedom of speech. Yep. Your dad was a fucking asshole. And not only was your dad an asshole, but your daddy was holding the fucking hand of Mao. Comes from a Maoist society, motherfucker. And you're going to tell me something nice about Mao? Why don't you go ask those fucking Chinese peasants over there in fucking China about Mao? Okay?
Just smoke a bowl. Bend over. Oh, it's not going to show. Never mind.
No.
It's not going to show.
Too bright.
Do you see what it is?
It's Peter blowing a big old fart. From
a fire fart.
A fire fart. Yeah, man. Blow bubbles at your ass. You'll be a lot happier there, Kim Jong. You fucking crazy fucker. Come on, dude. It's a fucking movie.
You want to go down? You want to go down in history? Do something different. Do something different.
Yeah, you gotta have to do something different, man. You can't.
Be a good person to your people. Man. They look up to you.
You know, dude. Nobody says you got to give up your fucking rights to rule your country and shit, man. Just fucking be cool about it, man. You know. Yeah, I know, man. In fucking America, blah 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 blah. Dude, I don't even trust my fucking president.
But you chose to go to school here, so you must have liked it somehow.
I think my dogs are bad. I don't know why. I think they do. They're pains in the ass sometimes. But yeah, man, you gotta slow your roll, bro. You know, don't be like your daddy, man. I always tell my sons, don't be fucking like me, man. Be like you. You know, maybe your father should have done more of that for you in your life, man. Be like you. So, anyways. Let's leave the door open for a while. That's what it's going to be, Kim Jong. You're not going to be able to do shit, dude. You might as well just fucking sit down and shut the fuck up and bite your tongue and say, okay, maybe I overspoke. Maybe you need to fucking invite Seth Rogen and fucking dude over to, you know.
You do know, Kim Jong, that if you even attempt, if you send a missile our way, you're going to be obliterated.
Yeah, bro, don't do that. That's not smart, man. See, you're not doing anything for anybody by doing that, man, okay? Raising threats and all that shit. You got to slow down, man, okay? Barack Obama Barack Obama doesn't know his ass from his fucking elbow. He's got a bunch of other dudes that play with his little puppetry shit and his little hood rat
We gotta
wife.
stop all this war nonsense.
You know,
stupid, man.
I'm tired of all these bastards fucking. You know what, man? I'll tell you what pisses me off. Is all the fucking potheads that supported that fucking jackass in office. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that pissed me off. So Kim Jong, yeah, man, I don't like my president. A lot of people don't like my president. You know, you fucking foreign countries that don't like my president, I understand why. You know, we should have never been over there trying to fucking take your poppies. You know, and you know, we never should have fucking went over there and tried to take your oil. But you know what? It is what it is.
So you're mad because of the movie, and it looks like you're taking it out on 2 American tourists over there.
Yeah, man. You know.
Why?
And you know, and I'm gonna tell you another thing that fucking rides my fucking craw is all this fucking semantic talk about fucking religions and all this other bullshit coming into our country. Are you fucking dumbasses really thinking that you know, you were the only motherfuckers here on this fucking dirt? Because if you do, you should probably go and read some fucking history. Because you stupid motherfuckers weren't here first. In fact, on this turtle island, the only people that lived here were the native inhabitants of this island who crossed from the ice bridge during the last ice age. Not you fucktards that think you have some divine fucking right. Because you don't. You don't have no fucking right at all. And so, you know, yeah, man. Kim Jong, slow your roll. Nobody likes our president either, okay? But you could make a difference. You don't have to
take it out on people.
You could make a difference, bro. You know, Seth Rogen and Dude are just a bunch of fucking Hollywood fucks who are banking. That's all they're doing. James Franco.
For some reason, I couldn't think of his name.
Banking. They're banking. That's all they're doing. You know, they're into their shit, their plastic stuff. You know, these are not dudes that just go down to earth and stand in the crowd. They like their Hollywood syndrome.
And it's going to be a funny movie.
They have the ego parasite eating away at them, just like the rest of the world. You know.
And it's not going to be funny because they're going to assassinate him, apparently, in the movie. It's funny because Seth Rogen and James Franco are funny dudes.
It's no worse than people talking shit about, you know, about Hitler, okay? Everybody, oh, yeah, evil. But what about fucking Mao? What about Lenin? What about Stalin? What about fucking all of these other fucking tyrants in history, dude? Fuck. War and rumors of war is all it'll ever be.
What about Barack Obama?
Fuck yeah. What about the Red Cross?
What about Hillary Clinton?
Here's something for you folks that probably don't know this, but there's actual footage on LiveLeaks right now. If you just go to liveleaks.com, you can type in Red Cross. And there's live video footage of Red Cross agents going into Assad-controlled Syrian territory in children's hospitals, where kids are being, you know, the victims of this bullshit war that for some reason everybody thinks has to do with Syria, when it doesn't have to do anything with Syria. It has to do with fucking the fact that Syria is merely a highway to where they want to fucking go, which is Africa. Don't fucking fool yourselves, man. These fucking billionaire bastards, you know, these cold-blooded motherfuckers, they don't fucking give a shit about Syria. All right? You know? And that's all they want is a highway to fucking Africa. And they know that they got to take Syria down to do it. That's the whole reason Benghazi happened. That's why fucking you all are going to vote for that fucking retard Hillary Clinton. That's right.
Hillary Clinton, that's a joke.
There's your next fucking president.
I'm not going to vote.
I'm not voting for that fucking bitch. I'm not voting at all, you know.
I think I'm going to vote for my dad.
That fucking cunt needs to be hanging from a rope and the White House lawn with her fucking associates, you know, for fucking those Navy SEALs. Okay? Those fucking boys didn't come home. They were there to protect that fucking ambassador, and that's all their job was, man. They were getting paid to protect that ambassador. And you're going to try to convince me that that fucking camel handler fucking did it? Please. Come on, dude. That fucking dude got picked up in some fucking goat herd on some lone mountain in fucking Afghanistan. He probably doesn't know a goddamn thing about what's going on.
How could one man get through all that security?
I want to know how one little skinny, underfed fucking dude is going to take down 3 Navy SEALs, an entire security attachment, which was, I guess, okay size. I mean, it was big enough to fucking, I guess, for a little bit. But, you know, when Hillary Clinton ignored all those emails from fucking Ambassador Stevens all those months prior to the attacks, saying, hey, man, we need to do something about our security here. Shit's getting hot. We got fucking a bunch of mad Muslims that are going to fucking burn our shit down. We need to do something about this. Nope. It wasn't part of your strategic plan, was it, Hillary? Yeah. We know who's washing your sack. You know, yeah, man. We know. I mean, anybody that's fucking hip to the scene knows what's up. Okay? And that's what's going on, man. Red Cross went into fucking Syria's fucking Assad-controlled territory. They went to a children's hospital in this video. Red Cross did. In the act of humanitarian aid for these Syrian children who have been affected and displaced and bombed and chemically attacked. Okay? They went into this little children's hospital. They took their fucking cell phones and bullshit and tracked the GPS from point A to point B, rebel-controlled territory, to Assad-controlled territory. Gave the fucking GPS coordinates back to the rebels, and then the rebels fucking bombed that Syrian Assad-controlled children's hospital with American fucking weaponry. Mm-hmm. That's right. No. The Americans weren't doing any of that. No. No. It's the Americans who put the fucking weapons in those goddamn rebels' hands to go over there and fucking shoot off that shit. Because, see, they told the rebels, we'll give you this shit after you take it over. We'll give you your country back. They're dumb enough to fucking believe that shit. These fucking superstitious motherfuckers. Okay? They're dumb enough to believe that we're just going to give them their shit back. But, of course, we're not going to give them their shit back. Come on, dude. We got fucking Iraq back on the fucking news. We got fucking Afghanistan back on the news. We got all these other fucking countries that allegedly, after we went there and did all this, blah, 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 and all these American boys and girls coming home in fucking metal coffins. Fuck you very much. Makes me mad. It makes me fucking mad.
Yes, it does.
Stupidly mad.
Makes me mad, too, though.
Because there's a lot of fucking parents in this country that are fucking stupefied by this term patriotism. You know what patriotism is? It's a fucking coffin draped with an American flag. Fuck you, you fucking bastards. Sending over these boys and girls, fucking putting these violent video games in their fucking hands, making them convinced that they're going to be into this black op mode.
Desensitizing them.
Desensitizing little fucking children to murder and fucking mayhem so you can send them over there so they can get their asses blown away. I can't even begin to tell you what the death toll is. I know it's in the thousands right now. I know that in the last 20 years of us fighting over there, we're into the thousands. Okay? And, you know, Arlington is fucking huge, but so are all many others. I live in Oregon, which is up, you know, Portland is our large memorial for veterans. But, you know, I'm telling you, man, this is, you know, fucking stupid. And anybody, you know what I want? I want everybody to vote for fucking nobody. That's right. His name is Nobody. You know, nobody will fucking listen to your cares. Nobody will fucking give a fuck whether you're poor or fucking homeless. Nobody is going to fucking address your issues. That's what I want you to do, man, is vote for fucking nobody. See, if the whole country Just says, fuck it, I'm not voting for anybody. Fuck it. What's the fucking point? What's the point? There is no fucking Democratic, Republican, blah, 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 blah. You fucking Tea Party and idiot fucks. All of you fucking retards, man. Don't you know who George Washington was, man? Don't you fucking know who the founding fathers were? You're thinking, oh, they were Republicans, right? Wrong. You were thinking they're Democrats, right? Wrong. They were socialists, dude. Socialists. Fuck, man. It's fucking ridiculous, man. You know, the goddamn, they want to say, oh, yeah, black-white thing. No, dude, it is not a black-white thing, dude. It has nothing to do with blacks and whites and fucking anybody else. Fucking stop the color shit. Okay? Because I can show you just as many fucking poor fucking white folk as I can black folk. I can show you just as many poor Hispanic folk as I can fucking Asian folk, man. You guys need to fucking slow down on that bullshit. That's what they want us to do, is they want us to keep divided. They want this whole country to be divided, man. They want the whole country to remain divided. Because if you keep them confused, if you keep the slave confused, they'll remain passively chained to your fucking wall.
That's true.
How are they going to fucking free themselves if they're confused? That's my view on it, man. Kim Jong, settle the fuck down. President Barack Obama, you need to fucking turn yourself in for fucking treason, dude. Okay? Treason against the country, treason against what you fucking did, and then you need to go fucking hold yourself accountable in a Nuremberg-style fucking trial where you, sir, should fucking hang from your neck. Because you're guilty of it, bro. A posse comitatus, man. Fucking read your fucking facts, man. Oh, blah, 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 fucking war, blah, blah. Dude, the only reason we got fucking war is because of your shit. Because what you're being told what to do, Barack. We know you ain't fucking running shit, man. You're just a puppet. A puppet. On a string. Like your fat fucking girlfriend Hillary. Fucking Clintons. Fucking nasty bastards. Lawyers. That's right, fucking lawyers. That's what they were before they got into office. I don't know if you dumbasses know that, man, but that's what they were. Lawyers. Yeah, lawyers. Oh, yeah. Fucking lawyers. Yay, lawyers. We can trust lawyers. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
Lawyers. Fuck you, lawyers. You fucking bastards. Subscribing to a system to destroy my fucking democracy? Fuck you. My republic? Fuck you. And I'm going to say that from my grandfather and from my great-grandfather and every other grandfather that I've had has fought in a war. And I've got confirmed fucking paperwork on that. My first grandfather, he fought in the Revolution. That's right, I've got a revolutionary grandfather. My grandfather fought in the Revolution, okay, against imperialism, okay? Boom. I got a grandfather that fought as a Confederate in Texarkana. I got a grandfather who fought in World War I, okay? I got a fucking another grandfather who fought in the fucking Spanish War. I got another grandfather who fought in World War II. I got another grandfather who fought in fucking Korea. They're all dead. It took them 40 years, man, to think my grandfather who had survived the Bataan Death March. It took them 40 fucking years to even recognize him. My grandfather came home from fucking Hong Kong after World War II, surviving in the Bataan. He went there, landed in San Francisco after he got out of the hospital because all POWs after World War II were quarantined for a period of time because a lot of them had malaria, dysentery, fucking all kinds of weird diseases. A lot of them were injured and were suffering major problems when they got took back from the Japanese. And as I've said, it was the first time in Japanese history in 2,000 years of samurai law that the Japanese chose to fucking take prisoners. Before that, the Japanese never took a prisoner. That concept of taking prisoners was just alien to them because they followed samurai law. And samurai law says no prisoners. You kill every motherfucker in your way. Just the way they did it. So, you know, and my grandfather happened to be a victim of that fucking war. And he was a civilian. And because he was a civilian, the president and the fucking Department of fucking Defense, they wanted to fucking not let anybody in the world know that civilians marched the death march. They didn't want anybody to know that civilians were actually being put in chains and forced to march that march from America. They didn't want any of them to know that. And of course, most of these boys that were part of that construction group were from Washington, California, Oregon, and Idaho, and Montana, mostly from the West Coast in the Pacific Northwest. And so they got put back on their little dinky tiny farms, and nobody ever fucking gave a fuck to them. They didn't get any medals, they didn't get a thanks, they didn't get any of that bullshit. All the other vets, they got, when they came home from World War II, they got huge parades and all that shit. You can go back and look at history, and it shows that. But the civilians that got captured at that event, they came home. 40 fucking years later, President Reagan gets off his ass and says, oh, blah, 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 I fucking feel sorry for them, I gotta tell the world the truth. And finally, the Wake Island survivors and many of the other events of the Bataan Death March came out and was released to the public. And for what, man? It didn't do anything for my grandfather. I remember the day the Navy showed up to my grandpa's house and wanted to give him all these medals and this hand-signed fucking certificate from President Reagan saying, thank you for your service to our country, blah, 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 blah. 40 years later. Too late. Okay?
Yeah.
My grandfather was a dead man inside for what happened to him. And he come from a long line of Americans who believed in something different. No. And he didn't subscribe to this whole theory that you know, dishonesty is the only way to run this government. So, yeah, man. Treason. Fucking treason. Everybody in that fucking White House is guilty of treason. And they all need to fucking be tried for treason. High treason. I'm talking death sentences for all of them. They all need a death sentence. You know, just because high treason brings that sentence. And we are in a state of war right now with many other countries. So right now, during this act of war, they're demonstrating treason. Now, I've been told by my Vietnam vet buddies, you know, as a motorcyclist riding around the country, you know, partying with my vet buddies, you know, because nobody wants a Vietnam vet around, so what they do, they threw them out on the streets, spit on them, and fucking, where'd they have to go? They came to us, the clubs, the bikes, the motorcycles. They found freedom in that, and their brotherhood, and their camaraderie. That's another thing that we'll get to on another show. It's sad, man. It's fucking sad, you know, what you did to our Vietnam vets out there. This fucking government of ours, you know. And I'm scared to see what happens to these young kids, man. I got a 28, 29-year-old son who's trying to get tattoos removed off his face so he can go fucking kill somebody. And, you know, the whole mentality of that is built off the video games he played. It's built off the.
He doesn't want to just go kill somebody.
You know,
he's confused.
He thinks that he's going to do his patriotic duty, you know, for the country because, like I said, his family comes from a long line of vets. I just explained to you all the vets that my son's family comes from. So, you know, he's thinking, you know, to serve and to protect, and I really think that, you know, that's not the case at all. Boys are coming home in fucking coffins on a regular basis from over there. So I really believe we need to do something about it. And I think that it starts with treason. And I think
Yeah,
that
I
think that we need to take all these fucking politicians that have been ripping us off, so they can have boats and prostitutes in Colombia.
Yeah.
And I think that we need to fucking have a people's court, and I think that the United States people need to have a Nuremberg-style trial. We need to line all these fucking politicians up that have been fucking ripping us off, stealing from us, jacking us around, fucking killing people with drugs and disease, and fucking just running shit rampant in our country. America was a great country at one time, but this is a shithole right now. And this shithole is only progressing. Growing and progressing over and over and over again. And the thing about it is, man, is it's not slowing down, folks. And that's fucking scary. When we don't take the time. Be right back.
Okay.
We don't take the time to fucking make up for what we're losing on. Chemtrails, fucking GMOs, lying fat-ass politicians just getting richer, Bilderbergs, blah, 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 blah. I saw a Japanese man who was the mayor of Fukushima cry. Said his people were dying of cancer, and that nobody in the world stage was willing to help Japan in Fukushima. I want to know, how come no Hollywood actor, no fucking star, no fucking limelight motherfucker down there in fucking Hollywood Cal has thrown some money at that poor Japanese man to try to figure out how we can fix this problem over there in Japan?
Yeah, where's Angelina?
Can we fix it? No, Angelina Jolie's too busy going and adopting herself another African child. She doesn't give a fuck about Fukushima. She's all about herself. Oh, I had to lop my titties off so I could avoid titty cancer. Fukushima, Japan, you fucktards. You money-mongering fucks down in Hollywood. You sucky fuckers that can't even make a movie. Your fucking movies suck, by the way.
Well, lately, yeah.
God damn, man. Remakes of remakes. When are you guys going to fucking go take some psychedelics and write a good movie?
Speaking of sucky movies and Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Her soon-to-be husband Brad Pitt's new movie, World War Z.
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh, that sucked.
Dude, if I had a dime or dude, if I even had a half a penny for every time some fucking scene or scenario comes up again, you know, teenagers at camp have scary ghosts attack them.
Oh, you know, with the breakfast scene.
Or some breakfast scene, and then they go tear out into the camp woods, and fucking some chainsaw hacking motherfucker comes out of the woodwork, you know? I mean, dudes, slow the fuck down, man. Go get some fucking hardcore LSD or some DMT or some fucking thing and do some serious tripping on some fucking DMT or some fucking LSD or some shrooms or some shit, and then write a fucking movie about that. Okay?
Well, that would be cool. They did do that kind of with Easy Rider. Remember they did
Yeah, man.
That was the best
you fucking producers need to go back and take a look at Easy Rider.
Yeah.
Go look at some of what that shit did then, man. Because I really believe that in the next 5 to 10 years, as we make this fucking country a fucking pot-smoking country, and we're going to. We're going to have we already got grannies smoking it. Fuck, dude. We got 80-year-old people loading up bong hits and ripping out fucking bongs now. And fucking, yeah. Because they know. They were lied to, you fucking goddamn oil mongers and timber mongers out there that wanted to kill our forests and fucking rape our fucking reserves. Not anymore. Because as more and more people smoke weed, they're going to get smarter. That's right. Their brains are going to grow. See, all you guys thought that stoners were stupid and shit.
Y'all want to hear something scary? Fox 12 says there's no tsunami warning for Oregon and Washington, but there was an 8.0 earthquake off the coast of Alaska.
8.0 earthquake just not too long ago off the coast of Alaska. So
Monday at 5:10 p.m.
Well, Monday at 5:10 p.m.
That's when it happened. Off the coast of Alaska.
Wow. So
but they're saying that there's no tsunami.
It's still Sunday here, but it's Monday there. So anyways, yeah. See, dudes, there you go, man. 8.0 on Alaska's borders. We got fucking all kinds of weird shit going on.
You guys, I believe it happened last Monday.
What you should do is, if you ever get a chance to Google up fucking the Ring of Fire. There's that. That's what it is. It's a great big fucking ring of fire that encompasses the entire Midgard, bro. All of Midgard is encompassed by this ring of fire. And it's all connected. Even under the ocean, it's all connected. This ring of fire is around the earth. And it's reacting. It's kicking off. It's kicking some shit off. And you know what, man? You know, they all Mayan calendar, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Fucking, you know. The dude that made that calendar probably died before he could finish it. You know. But I'm just telling you, man. It shouldn't be calendars and books you should be reading about this shit. You should just go outside your door and take a look. You know? You remember the clouds looking that way 20 years ago? You know what I'm saying? If you're that old, because I think this show should be 28 or older. You know what I mean? You know?
I agree.
Because most anybody from 28 and younger usually are listening to Beep Beep, collecting their tennis shoes,
wearing their pants,
chasing pussy, ankles. You know, wearing their fucking shit down around their ankles, thinking they're the pimp of the universe. You know what I'm saying? And
with generally bad attitudes.
Yeah, with really fucky attitudes. Ones you want to just reach out and fucking rip their fucking heads off, you know? But anyways, this show here at the Druid Smoke Show, the Druid Smoke Show is all about us 40-something fucks that are just, you know, we're the you know,
we have our rants.
We're the Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Iron Maiden, ZZ Top, you know, T.J. Hooker type.
The old Metallica.
Generation. You know, Johnny Lee Hooker, fucking Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know, shit like that. Anyways.
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath, Bad Company, fucking all that shit. We come from that generation. Evil Knievel, you know, that generation.
The Tonka Truck.
Tonka Truck and Evil Knievel. Evil Knievel especially. So,
Big Wheels.
Big Wheels. Of course, Big Wheels, they didn't really come out until much later.
Well, I had one when I was young.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they had some, but I'm talking the really good ones, like the Green Machine.
Oh, yeah, that's
Remember that one?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But, you know, treason for you fucking government fucks.
For any of you that's watching this video, I would like to know what your favorite childhood toy was.
Yes. My favorite childhood toy was my Evil Knievel bicycle that had, it actually was made to look like an Evil Knievel Sportster. But it was a bicycle. Cool. My mom bought it for me when I was a little kid, man. I fucking love the shit out of that thing. I rolled the fucking wheels off of it. Let's just put it that way.
My favorite childhood toy also was a bicycle. I used to like to ride my bike everywhere.
I think my second favorite childhood toy was...
I don't think a bicycle could...
I think my second favorite childhood toy was my fucking...
transportation.
Was my fucking wrist rocket.
Wrist rocket.
I had a wrist rocket when I was a kid that I really loved. My granddaddy made it for me. You know, he actually went to the time. He made me a really cool wrist rocket with a wire strap and everything that you could fucking snap down here, you know, and pull back and shit. It was just badass.
I used to have, like, my BB gun, and that's when I thought that it was a toy until I accidentally killed a bird. And then I felt like crap, and then I viewed it as a weapon after that, you know, not a toy.
I did that once. You know, when I was a kid and they gave me my first, I'm from fucking Idaho. You know, I come from, you know, I'm born and raised in Idaho. When I was a kid, we had guns and shit everywhere, and guns and fucking lots more guns. Anyways, when I was a kid and I was old enough to get my first BB gun, they got me a BB gun, and a Red Ryder. Yeah, that's right, a Red Ryder.
Red Ryder BB gun.
A real Red Ryder, not these fucking bullshit Red Ryders I put out these days, man. The one I had was 10 times better than the one I bought my son. 10 times better. Anyways, you know, my grandfather, when he gave me my first piece, and he said, look, you know, if you're going to kill something with this motherfucker, you better plan on eating it. And I thought he was joking, you know, my granddaddy. I thought he was fucking pulling my chain. And so, first thing I did, man, I fucking took an aim and hit a fucking robin right in its breast and dropped it right out of the tree. And fucking, my grandpa saw that and fucking come out and made me fucking skin this bird and fucking eat it. Yep, I'd sit down and build me a little fire and fucking had to gut this thing. And I had to actually, he actually was nice enough to let me cook it. But, you know, he made me fucking eat that sparrow. I'd eat it all. Yep. I never killed anything like that again, man. I never looked at it that way ever again. If I wanted to drop a piece of game for some meat, you know, I will. I'll do it right now if it means feed my family. But I'm not one of those that are just going to go drop a bird out of the sky. Not anymore. It's just because that was a lesson I learned at a very young age. Maybe I'm kind of glad my granddaddy taught me that lesson, you know, because it was a pretty important one to me. And I mean, I didn't really wrap a bunch of emotion about dropping it out of the sky, but when it fell and I picked its warm body up, I realized I fucked up. And so, same rules applied to my kid, and of course he didn't repeat that mistake, and I'm very thankful he didn't. But I think the reason he didn't repeat that mistake is because I told him that if you kill that bird or you kill anything with this thing, you're going to eat it. Because it's only reason to use a gun, man, just to fucking drop something to eat. That's about it. It's grub steak. It's a tool for grub steak, you know. It's not a tool for fucking killing people. It's not a tool meant to kill each other with, man. We do it, but when I was a kid, man, we also resolved our fucking problems with these right here. Mm-hmm. You don't fucking like me and I don't like you, we're gonna dance. Fuck the guns and knives and bullshit. That's a pussy way out. You wanna square off and try to be a fucking man, put those bitches up. We didn't do this fucking crap with, you know, shoot from a distance. What for? Oh, what? So you can be the winner? Okay, whatever. You're still a fucking coward. Yep. Still a fucking coward. Yep. Only a real man want to go toe to toe with a real man.
That's true.
You know, all these fucking little bitches pulling out their guns and killing innocent people and shit. Fucking retards. A lot of fucking good that did. Y'all lose now. People you killed lose. You lose. Everybody loses. And nobody pays for it. You know? I did 22 years in the penitentiaries, and I can tell you what, man. I've had lots of good loved brothers that are there right now, man. Still in the penitentiary. I got a really good friend right now that's on death row. Somebody that I've known for a very long time. Did time with him. Fucking played on the same softball league in prison with him. Fucking tossed horseshoes with him. You know. Knew the dude inside and out. Now he's on death row, man. He's on death row and he's facing a death sentence. You know, he's getting ready to have this fucking government, this shitbag government, put him to sleep because he thought, you know, taking another life would solve a problem. Didn't solve anything. All it solved is his death, man. Now he gets to go. So it doesn't fix shit, man. It just makes shit worse, man, for both the victim and the victimizer. So, you fucking pussy ass bitches, put your guns down and put your fists up and fucking fight like a man. what I say. Got a problem? Put them motherfuckers up. Beat each other's fucking heads in, and then shake each other's hands and have a beer, man. Come friends. Get it over with. Nobody needs to die. That's fucking stupid. We're all fucking dying anyways, man. So, you know, live fucking life. Drink it from its cup. Fucking, you know, smoke it until it's done, you know, and fucking enjoy it, man. We all gotta love each other, man. We all gotta try to, at least, man. A little bit. You fucking ignorant fucks that just can't see it that way, man, then fuck. Dudes. Bad news for you guys. Bad news. You ain't gonna win, man. There's fucking graveyards full of ignorant fucks. We all gotta go to the same place, man. The same patch of dirt. I don't care what part of the world you're from. We all get to return back to the same marble.
We all turn to worm food.
We'll all go back to the same marble we came from, man. And if you are living on fucking Mars, you're probably not watching this right now. Unless you're an alien, one of my alien buddies. Now, if you're one of my alien buddies, then fucking cool.
I'd like to meet an alien.
I would too.
I think it.
I'd fucking. Cool. I want to try some of their alien shit. Man.
Wouldn't it be cool if they were like Paul?
Yeah.
The other Seth
Space Coke.
Wait, Seth Rogen made that movie.
Tommy John.
Space Coke.
Space Coke.
Remember that movie, Paul?
Yeah, man. The pot smoking alien.
Mm-hmm.
Paul. He's got to clean up his THC receptors. Good shit, man. I think it's good because, you know, it opens the mind for laughter. You know?
I love to laugh.
Sets that laughter free. So anyways, folks, you know, as we progress, I want you guys and gals to know that we appreciate your support. We appreciate your viewership. And, you know, all those folks out there that believe in the same kind of principles we do, we have to free this plant. We have to let it go. We have to free it. We can't control it. Let's just let it go. Let it grow wild. Let it grow everywhere. Let everybody come in contact with it. These ignorant fuckers that are being resistant to change, you know, don't pay attention to them, man. Just fucking walk right on by. And if they want to run their mouths about ignorance, about how cannabis is bad, blah, 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 it's not doing good, blah, 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 what about the children, blah, 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 turn around and fucking just keep walking, man. Okay? It's time for us to vote for nobody. It's time for us to vote for ourselves. Vote for each and every one of you individually, man. Put your name on the fucking ballot. I'm sure you can do a better job. Okay? Free your mind. Learn how to free the plant. Grow with the plant. Have a relationship with the plant. And the plant will begin to tell you what it wants. It's that simple. The relationship with the plant will change you forever. If it doesn't change you, then get the fuck out of it, okay? You were never meant in the garden. Just not for you. Take up plastics or something. Ceramics or some shit, you know? But those people that are out there will have that connection and will eventually come in contact with this garden, and it'll go a long ways. For them personally, it'll be a growth and an experience, a healthy experience, which will make them healthier, both physically and mentally, and it'll give them the ability to transform themselves so that they can begin to help other like-minded people. Move on past the glorification and realize that this gift has been here long before we ever touched it. Now that we know what it is, and we know that it is a gift, now we need to treat it as a gift. You know, when mom gave you your favorite toy, what did you do? You guarded it, you protected it. When you got your first puppy, what did you do? You fed it, you combed it, you petted it, and you took care of it. You know, that's what I'm saying. When your first baby, your first child was born, you were freaking out. Okay? It should be no different. When you get this cannabis plant in your life and you free your fucking mind from all the bullshit, because that's what the plant will do. The plant's going to tell you what it wants you to do.
That's true.
The plant will tell you what it wants you to do. Let it be your coach. And at the end, when you're pulling that harvest down, you thank that plant. You thank it for the journey that it's given you, where it's taken you in your life. And you thank that plant for its return. And you protect it for its return. And you never let anybody fucking deviate it. You never let these Monsanto's fucks, you never let this fucking sick-minded world that we live in fucking taint it. Because it's your child now. You know, it's no longer just a bud in your bowl, man, or a dab on your rig. It's yours. It's yours. Your relationship with it. You will learn so much about cannabis, and you will learn so much about how to use this plant for your own good, your own benefit, your own truth. And as you grow with it, you won't need all these things you thought you needed, man. You're going to go, fuck, the plant doesn't want that. The plant doesn't need this. And I'm growing indica strains that are not supposed to be grown here. They're supposed to be fucking grown in greenhouses and indoor grow areas, but that's not how it's turning out. And the thing is with the strains that I have, that I've been able to breed in my garden, that I breed, are now as homogeneous as my grandchildren are when they come over. Okay, because I've had a relationship with my strain of plant for so long. I mean, and I don't just go, you know, I seed every year, folks. I go through seed every year. I only every once in a while bring in a new clone into my garden. You know, I do that once in a while when I'm thinking maybe I want to breed this flavor with that or whatever to get a different pheno or whatever. But I'm also looking at more than just what everybody else is looking at, because a lot of times a lot of grower friends of mine like Subcool and all these other people that grow and master strains, you know, these guys, they do the same thing. They're looking for that thing for themselves, and once they find it and they go, oh, this is really good, I feel like sharing it, then they share it. The same thing goes with Petrichor. You know, my whole idea and dream for Petrichor, you know, Matanuska, Thunderfuck, and not ATF. A lot of folks go, oh, well, ATF, you know. No, it's not Alaskan Thunderfuck. It's Matanuska Thunderfuck. You know, big difference altogether. It's not the same, not even the same plant. Because I've got two of them. I got an ATF and I have an MTF. So, and I can tell you they're two different plants. With the Oregon Goo, my strain there, I primarily want a really fat, a really heavy-duty indica. And so what I try to do is go after that indica in a lot of that with Oregon Goo. It's a pure indica strain. With sativas, you know, primarily in the sativa strains, you're talking about some of the hybrids. Those are okay, and they're good to put into the garden too.
You stop it, Bernie.
If that is what you're preferring. But the whole process of growing, for me, has always been a transformation in my personal experience with each plant I encounter as I grow it. And so I've been able to refine so many of those strains and bring them back the way I would like for them to come out year after year. And this year, with Petrichor being its first year strain, it's amazing what Petrichor is doing. You got Matanuska, Northern Lights, and Master Kush, and they're all three great strains. Matanuska is a top line strain, come out with a high THC factor. Matanuska's got a top line THC factor. You've got Northern Lights. Northern Lights, man, is way up there, and I'm not talking about the Northern Lights, the stomped strain, because folks, I'm telling you right now, man, a lot of people go, oh, I got that pure Northern Lights. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't have that pure Northern Lights. Because if you want to see a pure Northern Lights, you're going to find a Northern Lights. It's going to have that blue hedge. A Northern Lights cannabis plant, when it puts out its big fucking shade leaf, you'll look on a shade leaf of a pure strain Northern Lights. It's going to have this blue edge all the way around each jag of the leaf, and it's going to be just kind of coming over a little bit onto the leaf itself. Now, with Matanuska in its strain, you're going to find out that you get that pink center, and then with the Master Kush, all three of those combined, I get all of that, the best of all worlds into that one fucking plant, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, okay? Pink on the top with blue rims around the edges of the leaves, so it's going to be pink and blue. It's going to be a very pretty beautiful plant. And it's not even into that trichome effect yet. Not even getting into the hair yet.
It's already showing colors.
But yet it's already it's already showing all its colors.
Gorgeous.
So that's what you guys got to do, man. Is build it for you. When you start your garden, go find your favorite strains and fucking start out that way, and you will begin to develop your own line. And start thinking, well, man, I can do something different here and change it up a little bit. Maybe go with a different newt tea, you know, maybe do some different soil mechanics. You know, don't go out and buy your fucking soil. That's stupid. You know,
make your own.
Don't do it. It's dumb. It's retarded. If you're buying soil, you're not a good grower. You don't obviously know what you're doing. That's how I view it. Anybody that buys fucking dirt is not very smart.
You have plenty of dirt in your backyard.
If you're dirt growing and you're growing in organic matter, don't go buy dirt. Okay? It's retarded. You know, oh yeah, put sea kelp in my shit. Well, okay. And have you checked the sources of that sea kelp? You know where it's coming from. You know that sea kelp is going to come in. You know, is going to come into full fate effect to your plant. Is your root wad going to benefit from it? You know. All of those things got to come into play too, and I always feel more comfortable making my own soil composites versus fucking around with somebody else's version. Because I'll tell you, man, I know a guy, Larry Rathbun. He invested a whole bunch of money on soil, super soil, super soil, as I recall. I think it was like $1,500 he spent. For some super soil and TGA super soil stuff, and he put it in. We got. I helped him get. You know, I help a lot of handicapped folks that are like wheelchair bound. They can't like do a lot of the heavy labor and lifting and moving shit around, and I'll go in and because I always want them to have an independent garden.
It's passed.
So
Pennsylvania.
That 24?
I think so.
We're 24 all the way now. Pennsylvania just passed.
Pennsylvania passed.
Congratulations, Pennsylvania cannabis users. Fuck you politicians in Pennsylvania. Nobody likes you. But congratulations, cannabis users down there. Congratulations, Pennsylvania normal. congratulations.
Passed on Friday.
Any activist or every activist that's ever had anything to do with Pennsylvania cannabis. Good job, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, awesome.
Yankee Doodle had a fucking cannabis plant. Yay.
That's what happens when you get out and vote.
Fucking A's, man. You know, those are the only fucking things that should count anyways, man. Vote for nobody, but vote for the right measures, okay? And that measure is the legalization all the way across the seaboard. You know, and not only is that, man, but I think we need to help our European neighbors. I think we need to help every fucking buddy we can worldwide if they need help, okay? If they're in Germany or Russia, I don't give a fuck where they're at. We need to help those cannabis people because the more fighting resistance that goes up, the more resistance, we're not going to be told what we can put in our bodies, what we can't put in our bodies when we live in a country that fucking kills 2.2 million children a year for contraceptive measures. Okay. 2.2 million was what last year was. You know, you can abort your fucking kid, man. Well, I should be able to smoke this weed in this fucking extract right here.
Oh,
see
yeah.
that fucking thing right there? I love my black and white camera.
I like it too, but I want it to be
I'm going to improve
a little
but,
clearer.
You know, I'm going to put this big fucking pure extract worm on this tasty bud. And then we'll fucking close this show out with this bowl. From my friends in Pennsylvania.
Congratulations.
Fucking A's. Pennsylvania, you guys rock. Good job, Pennsylvania. You guys fucking A's, man.
I'm gonna check and I'm out of curiosity. I'm gonna see what their limits are gonna be and all that. But just be curious.
Congratulations, though, man. You guys, fucking kudos for you. This bowl is for you states out there that fucking have decided to get smart. Fuck you, politicians, though. I don't like you, motherfuckers. I don't like you because you guys have fucked up. You guys made a bad boo-boo. A boo-boo that I don't think anybody's going to forget. Oh, and this bowl right here is for all those people that are locked up right now for having this plant. Okay? This bowl isn't for anybody else but those people that have fought hard in those states to make it legal, and for those people that are locked up right now. Mark Emery, you know, you're not too big, bro, right now to be fucking thanked, okay? We thank you. This is for you too, bro. Eddie Lepp, fucking Ed Rosenthal, many of the other people out there that have gone through hell and back so they can have things like this right here. You know, those are the people I'm giving appreciation to. Tommy Chong, I know you're just an actor, man.
He was for a,
you know,
he sold it long.
You know, bro, I know that you got a bad rap with fucking, you know,
still an activist.
With you know, with the fucking glass, considering you didn't have anything to fucking do with it at all, just had your name on it, and fucking. Just because it had your name on it. Oh, I guess that's just like ID.
He was an example. They used him as an example.
And so, and you know, that's kind of shitty, man, because I did like hearing about you wanting to make glass. I do want to check out your bamboo bong, though, bro. That'd be fucking tight, man, to look at that. The bamboo bong, man. The bamboo bong, man. That's what we cut. You should call it Big Bamboo 2. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what we'll do on our next show, man. I think we'll talk about LPs and records. I'm an LP collector. I have some records that nobody has.
Tommy Chong and Cheech Marin should do a movie that's not animated, and they're in a nursing home.
Yep.
That would be so funny. Pot smoking.
I know you're fucking holding off on that one, Uncle Chong.
You guys don't look old enough to be in a nursing home.
I know you're fucking holding off on that one, man, because you don't think you're old enough to be doing that movie yet. But you know what? I know you haven't forgot the lines of the movie When you guys, when you and Cheech were fucking going out of the fucking building, man, and headed over to the fucking grow house swimming pool lizard sauna, and you guys were talking about fucking Cheech was talking about his plants were looking a little droopy, and fucking you said piss on them, man, and then you guys started talking about how you were, you know, how you guys were gonna fucking what you were gonna do with your share of the money and shit in the truck, and then you fucking said you were gonna open an old fucking home for stoners. And you're, you know, I really think that is the next level for this whole fucking drama, man. I mean, really, I think it should be the next level, and not only that, I think that you could make many other spin-offs from that one, and I think it'd be fucking epic. I think it would be epic because first off, Uncle Chong, you have a whole demographic group who are your age who fucking fought their nuts off so that the next generation wouldn't have to fight as hard, so that the next generation after us wouldn't have to fight at all. So, and I'm sure that you've had this phenomenal trip, man. I mean, I'm sure you're over it now, but, you know, I'm sure that when California first got legal, you were like, yeah, man, that's fucking cool. Kind of a trip, huh? You know what I'm saying? But when that shit kind of fades away, you know what I'm saying? All that's left, man, is the fucking talent that you have. You know, and I wouldn't mind seeing you guys get that fucking, you know, Chong, I would like to see you get your band back together, man. You know, I found an old recording of you in Canada playing some shit, and I thought it was pretty cool, man, and I would like to see that happen again, man, because cool. I know you know how to play. And not only I know you know how to play, but you've got talent, and so did your band. You know, and you fucking, you know, I dig it, man. You know, a soul band. And you're the only white face in the group. I love it, man. You know, that means a lot in our world when, you know, you got the sack to stand up and do shit like that, man. You know, it's good. It's good for the whole world. And you brought a lot to it, but I can't afford you at $30,000 a show, my brother. I could give you some fucking weed in exchange for about 5 minutes of your time, but, you know. Some shit you would never forget. Because I got to shit, man.
I'd like to meet him.
I followed my Labrador around for 9 months just to get this bull right here, bro. Oh, yes. I'll never forget that first 8-track, man. Oh, and for you kids that don't know what an 8-track is, it's this little square-looking device. It kind of looked like an overgrown cassette tape, but different. A little boxier, you know, running down. You know, had the things that ran down below it, you know. And
my favorite 8-track tape that I had Cheap Trick on it.
Cheap Trick, yeah. Well, my favorite 8-track was Tommy Chong and fucking Cheech Marin's tape that they did. They did 8-tracks. Their shit came out on 8-track.
That's cool.
And that was, you know, when we had 8-tracks, LPs. And cassette was just kind of like new to us. I mean,
cassettes didn't last very long.
No, cassettes were kind of new to us. We had an 8-track and we had LTs, and cassettes were kind of like fucking coming in, and they were saying it's all the latest technologies and shit. And I remember the Maxwell commercials for tapes and shit, and you know, but there's nothing fucking like a big old fat LP, man. You know, an LP that just blows your mind. You know, I have Big Bamboo with the rolling paper still in it. I've got Pink Floyd, The Dark Side of the Moon on LP. You know, I've got quite a few others. I got Tommy's other album too. El Can or some shit like that. But anyways, yeah, man. Fucking it'd be cool to see you come back, Uncle John, and make a fucking movie. You know, make a movie about the old folks home. Be fucking badass, man. A bunch of old stoners undercover, man, running around in old folks home trying to get fucking high so their caregivers don't see them and shit. Yeah, and getting laid and fucking Having LSD trips, taking LSD trips and shit, going through fucking...
Too bad Dr. Timothy
Oh,
Leary
God,
wasn't
man.
still alive. He'd be great in the movie,
Oh,
too.
fuck, man. I wish Dr. Leary was alive, man. He could bring the key. Remember the key,
and
man?
Jack Hare in the movie, too.
Oh,
That'd
fuck yeah,
cool.
Jack, man.
And maybe Ozzy Osbourne.
It's 420 somewhere, right?
Maybe Ozzy, too. Maybe Alice Cooper.
Oh, fuck Alice.
Just for the funny.
School's out for the summer. For all you, my locked up brothers and sisters, we love you, man. I know what it's like to be in a 9x11 cage, man. I know what it's like to be locked in that box. You shouldn't be there, man. You should be home with your families right now, man. All of you folks out there incarcerated for using this plant, you shouldn't be picked up out of a crowd and fucking locked up in a box for this. So I'm thinking about you guys tonight. This next hit, of course, is for all you new legal states, man. Bring it up to 24. We bring it up to 25. We get half the union. It won't be long, man. It'll be a green landslide. And like I told you in our last show, we got to get a fucking stoners unite, like a state of the stoner union or some shit, man, going on where we get everybody together and just have a great big fucking party.
That would be fun.
Get all the fucking growers to bring all their finest out and just nobody bring any money.
Not a whole bunch.
Just fuck the money. Don't put your vendor booths up. Just bring out the dank and fucking everybody just listen to some fucking live jams and just get fucking blazed.
That'd be fun.
That's what I say we should do. We'll call it the State of the Stoner Union. It's kind of snappy.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of snappy. I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
The State of the Stoner Union. I really believe we need to do something like that, man. I think that all of us growers and all of us fucking users, whether you're recreational, medicinal, I don't care who you are, if you got your hand on this plant, have anything to do with it, we all need to come together now. Colorado, all you folks up there in Colorado enjoying the high life, come on down and enjoy some with us. We'll meet in the middle somewhere. All of us meet in the middle. We'll all meet in the middle in some fucking state and just cause a mass panic. They better bring some fucking cheeseburgers. That's all I gotta say.
McDonald's either.
No.
Someone bring a barbecue. We'll have barbecue.
We gotta fucking have a party, man. Get fucking shit going, man. There's a lot of great cannabis growers and strain breeders. Fucking Subcool could revive the Jilly, revive the Jilly Bean with, Miss Jill could bring that one back, a new line on that. Fuck, I miss that tangerine tasting shit. But, we could, all of us could bring a little bit of goodie from all of our little personal bags. We could all just sit back and fucking reap the benefit of enjoying it, man. Really.
That'd be fun.
Straight up, man. It would be just a fucking blast. Because I think it's something we all should be celebrating about. I really do, man. We get to 25 states. We need to celebrate. We need to go, fuck yeah. A state of the fucking stoner union. We all come together and fucking say, wow. Kudos to you, and 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 anybody out there that has ever fucking touched this plant. Kudos to you. Got a report on my mother's garden the other day. Mom says her garden's doing great.
Good.
Mom's got fucking, my mom's going all out, man. She's got some fucking tanky shit going on in her garden this year, My mom, she's retired and shit, but, she's retired to her garden, as she says. What a wonderful garden my mom's got. Oh, I got mothership to my mom. I named that braid after my mom. I gave it to I named mothership after my mother because my mom has always been my mothership, man. Even when I did time in the joint, all those years I did in the prison system, man, for shit, that I should have never went to prison for. All those years of fucking, you know, my mom was beside me through the fucking thick and thin, man. I had finally just said, fuck it, Mom, I'm making a plant for you. And so I'm glad my mom came down. She made a pickup on those seeds and took them home. And my mom's garden's doing fucking sweet. My mom's got half indica and half sativa, because my mom likes the sativas too, because, you know, she comes from that generation.
Your mother's very creative.
Oh, hell yeah, yeah. I'm very lucky.
She's an artist.
Very lucky to have the mama I got, man. My daddy was a punk ass bitch. He ran away when my mama was pregnant, but fucking, my mama was my mama and my daddy.
Your mother's awesome.
Yep. And so this is for you guys out there who fucking took the state to the challenge and said, yeah, fuck you, I'm gonna smoke weed anyways. And I don't want anybody out there to ever fucking one time forget that while you're toking on that fucking bowl, you should be thinking about all those people who gave their fucking blood and their soul to make this shit happen for you. Because not all of you out there did anything other than just vote and smoke. I thank you for your vote. We all thank you for your votes. Your votes count. But one thing that does matter is just that you guys out there that fucking had your hand on this bitch when you were told not to, and you guys out there that were working your asses off, you gals, you women out there that are growing as well, I give you props, 100% props, considering you are the life giver. And, you know, we're really thankful that you guys, all of us, are thankful from right here in my heart, man. You guys, for making this happen in your states. I really am, man, because that only means that we are this much closer to a complete victory. And then we need to erect statues. We need to go find a mountain and we need to start carving faces of all of our cannabis fucking fighters. And let the world know forever that, you know, we fucking won this prohibition. We fucking ended 71-year prohibition, and fucking reefer madness is now over. It's done. It's fucking tired of this shit.
Wouldn't it be cool if everybody that watches this video took a handful of seeds and just did something?
That's something else I'm thinking about doing. Now that you mentioned that. I'm going to be hosting a seed off, and this year, I'm thinking probably after the 7 to 10 event. If you guys are in Oregon and you want to participate in the seed off with me, it's going to be a free event. It doesn't cost you anything to get involved in it. The only thing is your participation. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to go to the legal states like Colorado and Washington, and we're going to fucking plant a legal plant out in the wild. Why not? We're going to have a little ceremony around it, fucking blaze out around it, have a good time, and then walk away from it. Now, I want this to be a symbol to the whole world, you know what I'm saying? If we put, each one of us puts one plant in the ground at this ceremonies that we have, okay, one person picks a nice area, takes their plant, sits it in the ground, whether it's through seed format or clone format, and then we walk away. We just leave it there. We won't even come back to it, man. We'll just let it grow and let it grow. I want to put seeds everywhere. I want to fucking start. I want this shit to grow wild now. There's no point in why it shouldn't, you know? I mean, they are not going to eradicate it anymore. So that's my other mission. And so we're going to have seed offs. And a seed off is going to be, you bring your strain, I'll bring my strain. We'll sit down, we'll fucking blaze out, share stories, have a barbecue, a good time, a little party, maybe some music. Something that actually comes off of an instrument, though, okay? Because I will never, I'm sorry, kids. I love you guys, and I know that you guys are really into the beep beep, but I'm not. And the folks that I hang around with are not into beep beep. okay? And they're not into the club scene, okay? That's why they grow pot. They didn't want to go to clubs, okay? They grow pot because that's, you know, not just for medical, but they also grew it for recreational too. So, yeah, surprise, we did that too, you know. But, you know, a seed off for us in our event, we're going to have a little bit of music and some smoke and some food and a little bit of events. Maybe we can get some of our friendly cannabis friendly vendors that we choose, meaning local artisans and not your name brand shit, because I'll never do anything with it. So if you're some kind of person wanting to name brand some shit, no, if you want to bring something that you created or you crafted and fucking call it your own, that's cool. We'll sit it down and fucking talk about it. You know, maybe putting it in our vending event. But as I see it right now, man, we're going to do seed offs, and I'm going to start those right after 710 event. After the 710 event, then we'll do the seed off. And I'm going to invite all my friends on my Facebook. I'm going to invite everybody I can in cannabis culture. I'm going to invite all of cannabis culture to come out. And my lovely wife, she's an administrator for cannabis culture, Ganja Goddess. She's involved in that. She's also administrator for her page as well.
On their Facebook page, I've been made an administrator.
Yeah.
To help out.
Thank you, Jody. We love you.
Whoever did it.
Yeah, we think probably, you know. But neither here or there, man. It's cool and it's exciting because now Ganja Goddess gets to get organ news up to, you know, the folks up there at North. They deserve to hear the news too, man. And so as we progress and as they progress, you got to remember our communities have held each other's hands before this legalization shit. Okay, I remember when we were kids going up northern Idaho, up in Atlanta, and I'm sure folks up in Canada remember meeting us in Atlanta. You know, we had lots of fun. Okay, but the thing is now that this is all coming around full circle and legalizing, that's going to open up the border a little bit more so that we can meet our northern friends. And we can celebrate with them as well, their victories, okay? Because they're part of our community, okay? I don't care what part of the country they're from, man. They're growing this plant. They're part of our community, okay? And they have a right to have a piece of that in our community, you know? Don't fucking think that we're some kind of side circle, because we're not. Our circle is anybody that has anything to do with this plant. That's it, okay? So, good times with that seeding event, I think. I think we'll do that. And what that's going to do is it's just going to make it go wild. We'll have fucking weed everywhere. We'll have weed growing on the sides of the roads. We'll have weed growing fucking down the hill banks, just out in the middle of the bushes. You'll go camping and there'll be fucking ganja growing out by the lake. You know what I mean? Just phenomenally. Where the fuck did that come from? Oh, it just must have been seeded. You see. That's right. Seeded. Let that shit blow everywhere. Let it fucking pollinate, man. Let it go everywhere. Let it go all over the place. In the fucking schoolyards. Let that shit just go. What's it gonna do, folks? It never fucking stopped it. You know, I don't even. If you got a problem with me saying let it go in the schoolyard, just remember, man, okay? It never stopped anybody in school from fucking smoking, man. I was a little fucking kid in fucking 6th grade, man, and I remember fucking going out by the fucking football shed in 6th grade, fucking smoking weed. So, and I didn't get it from any adult. I got it from another kid who got it from another kid. Okay? So, fucking get that school shit out of your fucking heads, man. It's dumb. This shit's curing little kids from cancer. Why would you not, you know, you're a dumbass for thinking, oh, I'm responsible, blah, blah, blah. That sounds like some fucking ad for alcohol use or some bullshit for fucking some other bullshit, man, you know? So we got to get that out of our heads, man. End story. Because you're not stopping anybody from getting at it. I say we seed it everywhere. Let them make the choice. Do they want to or do they not want to? You see? It's that easy. Not everybody wants a Volkswagen, right? Everybody sometimes mostly wants Cadillacs these days. So, just remember. Seeding is what it's about. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to make it happen. And I encourage all you guys out there, man, if you got the seed stock, to join me in seeding. Everywhere I go, every event I go, I plant one. So, and I hope that it fucking pops, because as it pops and continues to grow, pretty soon there'll be fields of that shit just phenomenally popping up all over the fucking place. So, just call me Johnny Potseed. Because that's how I see it, man. I'm going to fucking plant that shit everywhere. Don't give a fuck, man. I'm going to start with the legal states first. We'll go up there and fucking have a ceremony with my stoner friends, and we're going to fucking sit down and we're going to fucking plant some shit. Some dank shit. Then we're going to walk away from it. It's going to be a closed event, I don't want everybody knowing about it, but I'm going to invite people. And if you're invited, you should probably take it up, because I'm only going to be asking the cream of the crop to come. So it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a fun time with it. Maybe I can make it bigger later as people get less ignorant about it, but I want to see it go wild. I want that shit to just take over. Because you guys got to remember that after the Prohibition started, the immediate response for Hoover and his fucking fag buddies was to just go ahead and I mean fag as in odd, okay? I don't mean fag as in anything other than what it is, odd, strange, okay? His buddies, okay, they had it all in their mind that they were going to eradicate it. Of course, they used the Conservation Corps for that, and they burned fields of it and fucking hacked all the wild cannabis and hemp all over the place. They were chopping that shit down all over the place. Clear up into today. Now they use helicopters and shit in Northern California. Drop down in the middle of the fucking crop, cut it all up, fucking throw it in nets and the helicopters and fucking fly it out. They do it here too in Oregon. We got wild crops growing all over the place, but they don't do it anymore. They haven't done it in the last year or so. But as it grows wild, man, we're going to be able to fucking shoot to the stew. We'll go right straight to the fucking stars with this. Pretty soon, it ain't going to matter, man. Fucking hobos will be able to go over to the side of the road and grab a great big fucking handful of buds and fucking smoke them. See what I'm saying? I mean, it'll be just like that, man. It'll be that easy. They'll pick that shit. It'll be like fucking Utopia. We'll be picking that shit off like fruit trees, you see. And as us growers continue to develop stronger and stronger and better and better and better strains, these things are just going to flourish and grow all over the fucking place, and then nobody is going to get to control it, except for what's in their own personal garden. The wild shit, this is going to take off like fire. You got to remember, man, fucking this shit used to grow wild out here anyways. It grows fucking wild all over the fucking place. That shit seeds every year and drops seeds on the ground. The winter keeps them in a stagnant stasis, and then they fucking pop right back up that fucking spring. So that's what the plant was originally designed to do, and that's what it does do. So in those tropical climates and areas where it'll thrive very good, And all the plants we do up here, like in Washington and Oregon, we do 45th parallel, style plants that can handle the climate that we live in. Because up here in the Pacific Northwest, we get some pretty fucking wild behavior weather. And, I think that it attributes to the finer quality of our cannabis, because Washington and Oregon, we grow some pretty fucking top strains up here. Okay. And, I mean, we don't, some of it's very protected, we've had people come up from Northern California and fucking steal our strains. They know who they are. Without asking, but there's still some strains up here that are very, very homogeneous to this area that have really not really gotten out there. And I think the reason they haven't really gotten out there is because all the money mongers are too busy trying to put their shit up on the front. And so, anybody out there that really wants to fucking understand about really unique fucking strains, man, and are tired of the same old shit, travel around a bit. You'll find other ones, you see. because cannabis is so unique in its makeup that it doesn't really matter what you fucking call it. It's eventually just going to go right back to what its original self was, no matter what you try to hybrid into it. Whatever its mother was is what it returns to. You know, you can clone the fuck out of it and seed it and do all kinds of crazy shit to it, and it's still going to be what it is. I'd proven that point. I did prove that point with Space Queen, because that's what Space Queen did. Really pretty plant for a while for the first year. Second year, it fucking went into a stasis and fucking started to transform itself right back to what its mother was. So, and I had I have photographed images. I have photographed proof of that.
Yeah, I took the pictures.
You know, you master gardeners and master growers out there talking long shit about how you can keep this hybrid going through cloning processes and stuff. It's only good for so long, man, so don't try to bullshit me with it. I've been growing for a long time, and that's never been my experience, man. So that's why I got into this whole seed breeding thing in the first place, is because I was just tired of the weak genetics from an over-cloned mother. And that's what you get when you fucking chop the fuck out of a cloned mother. You take a mother and clone her for a whole fucking Amsterdam. They're keeping those mothers for 2 years. That's right. In the Amsterdam greenhouses, they keep mothers in there for 2 fucking years. Cutting them, cloning them, keeping them short, keeping them short, keeping them short. Fucking cutting off the hair, getting all the tops off, but making new clones for 2 years. That mother isn't designed that way. She was never meant to live that long. You know, she was only meant to go through a season and die and pass on and come back. And that happens in Asia. That happens all over the world. So it's not just specifically to one continent or another continent. It's just what it is. So some of those things you need to think about. Seed stock, you'll never get anything better than seed stock, and I, you know, that's why I try to support all my seed strain breeding friends, because our seed strain breeders, the people that are breeding seed strain, getting seed stock is going to be the most important thing in this industry, and yes. I know it is, because you're not going to have shit without seed. You're not going to have mothers to clone for 2 fucking years straight without seed. Okay, so you're going to need that seed stock, because those mothers are going to get weak and fucking die out. They're not going to be worth shit. So you got to get in line with how you treat your mother so that you can get healthy stock year after year after year, to the point where you are confident enough to step up to the next level as a grower and begin to breed. You can't just go right into this shit breeding out, man, because, man, I'm telling you, my experience was tragedy. You know, what I originally wanted as a Sinsemilla garden and a breeding space turned into a fucking whole breeding space with just one male. So, and I'm very fucking thorough with my shit, and when it comes to my garden now, I like a really nice, tight, clean, organic garden. So even then, it was still very difficult. You couldn't just isolate this male and try to fucking do it that way. You better take that motherfucker off your property, you know, and have an airtight space to put him in if you're going to do any breeding, and still keep a Sinsemilla crop in your shit. So keep that in mind. Yeah, man, 7:10, man. I'm looking forward to meeting some faces. You guys ought to come off the table and have a blaze with me.
That'd be fun.
Told you I'm looking to have Larry come out. It's going to be a good event. Guys, gals, come out and fucking blaze with old Ganja Goddess out here. She's going to be ready to will. She's going to be going. So she's going to be there, folks. Y'all are going to meet my beautiful, beautiful goddess, who without her, I wouldn't have a goddess in my garden, and I got a goddess in my garden. So not only is my pot being grown by pixies and fairies and dragonflies, but it's also being grown by the blessings of a goddess. So One thing that's always important, folks.
I'm mainly there for more.
Here at Oregon Sweet Leaf Revival, you're there for more than that, my love. At Oregon Sweet Leaf Revival, as we always say, it starts with one free plant. You free the plant, and the rest will follow.
So true.
And as Ganja Goddess always says,
sharing is always caring. Hey, please like us and subscribe to us. That would be awesome.
And Ganja Goddess can tell you where you guys can send us emails and where you can connect with us. Because if you don't know where we're at, you can always go to our Facebook, and that is
Oregon Sweet Leaf Revival.
There you go.
You can find us at, if you type in OMPAC, O-M-P-A-C, at yahoo.com. That's our original name, and it's still part of Oregon Sweet Leaf Revival.
Oh yeah, OMPAC is very much a large part of Oregon Sweet Leaf Revival. OMPAC is Oregon Medical Marijuana Patient Advocate Council, and what that's all about is, you know, we live in a medical state where too many patients, too many sick people are getting exploited, getting ripped off, getting fucking used. I've seen stage 4 cancer patients who've been lied to and have had their medicine taken from them, and they died because of greed and corruption.
It's terrible.
So Oregon the Oregon Medical Marijuana Patient Advocate Council has stepped up to the plate. We snuff out that greedy little shit right off the bat. We find out the perpetrators of these crimes, and we fucking get them held liable. These motherfuckers need to be held liable. You come and rip off a sick person who's dying of fucking cancer because you want some kind of fucking glorification? Okay?
It's terrible.
It's fucking bullshit, man.
How dare you?
You could go to a stoner and say, hey, man, you got something, man? You know, you got something, you know, you could step up. But, you know, that's why Oregon Medical Marijuana Patient Advocate Council got started in the first place, was because of patients being lied to, being exploited to, having their shit taken from them, being told they can't grow, being told that they can't have medicine, that it's got to be in the grower's hand and all that other bullshit. We snuffed that out real bad. We got it real quick.
All you landlords out there that may watch this, please consider allowing your tenants to grow medical cannabis for their health.
Yes, absolutely. What's going to happen?
It's not going to hurt anything.
You know, you tenant owners, you people that own property, and you're fucking refusing to lease to people that need to grow their pot. I want you to think about something.
How would you feel?
How are you going to feel when your child or your loved one gets struck with cancer? And you know that fucking cannabis is the cure. So you better start thinking about whose ass you're biting when you say, nope, you can't rip my house because you want to grow pot.
Not everybody can afford to buy a home.
And, you know, you guys need to stop that. You need to fucking start thinking about how beneficial and how much more you can profit. Because first off, the profit isn't monetary, but because stoners are responsible. Stoner people are very, very responsible. People that are stoners are not retards. They're not dense in the head. They're not going to fucking, you know, they're very responsible. And anybody that's growing a garden has to be responsible. If you're growing a cannabis garden, you can't, there's no time for screwing around. You know it's serious. You know that when you go in there and you have a relationship with those plants, that if you treat it shitty and you're not responsible, you're going to have a crappy garden. Your buds aren't going to be happy. You're not going to be happy. So you owners of property that don't want to lease to these people that need to grow their medicine, I want you to keep in mind that usually these sick people that are dying of cancer and have diseases that really can be effectively treated 100% effectively with this natural product, I want you to keep in mind that it takes great responsibility in order to grow a garden. So why would you not want a gardener in your property?
They'll be taking care of your yard too.
So that's something for you to think about. You know, why would you not want one? Because a grower isn't just going to bring in a bunch of garbage and ruin your property. Because first off, he knows that in order for him to get a quality top shelf crop, takes cleanliness, takes management, takes all kinds of important skills that you're going to want as a potential tenant in your property. So get out of the fucking reefer madness bullshit thinking that potheads are irresponsible and start thinking about, well, wait a minute, if they're going to be growing, they're going to have to be doing something right if they want good medicine. So maybe you might want somebody that responsible with you taking care of your property. You might find out potheads are more loyal as tenants than as anybody else. Okay?
It's not like in the Cheech and Chong movies, really. It's
no.
Not.
And they weren't, you know,
entertainment.
They didn't have a plant in that messy old fucking house of theirs. The only plant that they had was in that mansion that they were growing fucking weed under that swimming pool.
It wasn't even really.
Think about it, man. Think fucking about it. The first movie, they had to go get it from Red.
Mm-hmm.
So think about it. You know, or Strawberry.
Strawberry,
from
yeah.
Strawberry.
Dave's not here.
Dave's not here. I'm the one, man. I'm not looking at your red spots. Anyways, keep that in mind.
Great movie.
So, as we end this show, folks,
I think we might watch it tonight.
we appreciate your viewership. We appreciate your support and your likes.
And just remember, trendy Kim Jong-un, chill the fuck out.
Yeah, chill out, man.
Yeah, please.
Stop smoking that BHO,
Stop being
trendy.
assholes to everybody that wants to talk to you.
Gasoline and cannabis don't go together. Have a nice night.
Night.